has asked me to convey congratulations to Assistant Commissioner Monique Greenslade, who I think we lent her to them to run the William A. Pratt School.
Yes.
But talking to him, it don't seem like a lending, Commissioner Clare. But such is what is happening. We have a situation where in this country, delinquency and serious delinquency is starting much earlier. The Minister of Education, in a contribution today, in the budget debate, indicates that we have to address it in primary schools. And so it is important that the culture of correction is not only present in the Bahamas Department of Corrections, but also in the William A. Pratt School for girls and the Simpson Penn School for boys. You have a nation to save in terms of correcting the behavior of those adjudged to have gone wrong. It is a Herculean task, but it is a divine task spoken to by Jesus himself. And so I wish you good fortune as you go about your duties, and we at the ministry stand willing and able to assist you as you carry out this task. And so to all of you newly minted Assistant Commissioners of Corrections, congratulations and Godspeed.
I'm Carissa Williamson, and this has been Your Government in Action, a proud presentation of Bahamas Information Services. Join us on Wednesday evenings as we bring you highlights, coverage, and information as we continue to do what we do best, linking people and government.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paiswell Forbes. This is ZNS.
It's What's Trending with Jiminita Swain and the Bahama Beauty. At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas from Studio A. It all starts right now.
Hello and welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday, June 11th, and you're tuned into the ultimate destination for all things lifestyle, entertainment, and everything in between. I'm Kennedy Campbell-Moss, filling in for Jiminita Swain, and you're watching What's Trending. Today, we take a moment to honor someone whose impact often speaks through actions more than words. A father is more than just a provider. He's a protector, a guide, and a quiet source of strength. From teaching life's first lessons to offering a steady hand in uncertain times, a father shapes who we are in ways we don't always see until we look back. Whether biological, chosen, spiritual, fathers leave lasting footprints in their children's hearts. So to every dad, granddad, stepdad, and father figure, thank you. Your presence matters, your love lasts, and your role it changes lives. We celebrate you on Sunday and always. We're kicking things off today with a Father's Gift Guide that goes beyond the usual socks and ties. First up, we're diving into the world of cigars with the iconic Greycliff Cigar Company. And yes, we've got a master cigar roller right here in studio showing us how to roll these masterpieces and bring them to life. Then we're heading over to Liquorland, where experts will share top shelf picks that are perfect for gifting bold whiskeys to smooth cognac that Dad will absolutely love. Gifts with flavor, style, and love, and a lot of fire. All coming up right here on What's Trending. You won't want to miss it.
This year's Bahamas Business and Investment Forum in New York, Director General of the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, Latia Duncombe, provided potential investors with a bird's-eye view of investment opportunities in the Bahamas' cultural economy.
We are here in New York City, and over the last 2 days, it's been all about the Bahamas Business and Investment Forum, an opportunity to discuss the business opportunities in the islands of the Bahamas, to share and showcase the robust regulations that we have, the fact that we are a stable destination, a stable economy, and investors can certainly invest in the Bahamas with confidence. Tourism is the economic driver, the main one, the number one industry, and so it was an opportunity to show them what the plans are from a strategic perspective. The orange economy, the blue economy, how we preserve and protect the ocean, but also the opportunities to partner and to monetize the impact from it, whether it's through carbon credits or sustainable eco-tourism related initiatives. Those were the types of discussions. How do we now connect our everyday Bahamian beyond opportunities, but access to capital and investors to make sure that this happens?
Minister of Labor and the Public Service, the Honorable Pia Glover-Roll, highlighted the importance of the future of the creative industry.
The government of the Bahamas is developing our talent, our creative industry for free for Bahamians. It doesn't get any better than that. We're looking at the value chain prospect. Once we train our creatives, we open up an economy where we can say that the possibilities will be endless, not only from a local perspective, but now we talk about export. We talk about monetization of the craft for our creatives. And we talk about when films and productions come to the Bahamas, now being able to facilitate those productions with Bahamian creatives, front of camera and back.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
Still stuck on what to get Dad this Father's Day? Skip the stocks and set up your gift game. We're talking about hand-rolled luxury. We're lighting up Father's Day gift ideas with something smooth, bold, and distinctly grown-up, premium cigars. Today, we're diving into rich aroma, tradition, craftsmanship behind one of the finer cigar pleasures. We're joined by Delano Bethel from the team of Greycliff Cigar Company to explore what makes a premium cigar more than just a smoke. From hand-rolling techniques to Father's Day gift ideas that truly impress, we're stepping into the world of cigars. Welcome to What's Trending, Delano.
Hi.
How are you?
Thanks for having me. Very good.
Wonderful. Let's start with the basics. For someone new to cigars, what makes a Greycliff cigar special or unique?
What makes our cigar special, I would say, the blending that we do. Everyone has their own blending. I would say Greycliff does a good personal blending with the owners there, with myself too as well. And we use good quality leaves, and when we put it together, we make our blends. And that's what I would say.
All right, all right. Now, how should someone go about choosing a cigar if they're not a smoker themselves? But what do you buy for someone who is?
If you're, well, I would say you would have to try a few too to see what you like, because every smoker is different. Some people like strong, medium flavored. I would always start someone, if you're not a smoker, to start off with something mild and then you work yourself up.
Work your way into it.
Yes.
All right, all right. Can you talk about the craftsmanship? What goes into each cigar? What makes a premium cigar premium?
The leaves, the blender, and the roller.
Okay, so the roller and the leaves play a crucial role.
Yes.
Okay. What are some of the most popular cigar selections for a great Father's Day gift?
For us, we have a cigar called the Grand Cru Chateau, the espressos. A lot of smokers, like people who smoke all the time, they like to smoke stronger cigars. And people that don't smoke, if your father's just getting into it, like I said, you would want to start with like mild, medium, and then work yourself up.
And work yourself up. Now, you said something, what is it called? What was the first name you called?
The Chateau.
The Chateau. That sounds very...
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of our premium blends. It's a medium strength cigar, and that would be a good cigar too, as well, for fathers.
Okay. Are there any limited edition special blends available just in time for Father's Day?
Well, we have a new one we just brought out, 30th.
Okay.
It's a full body cigar that's pretty good as well.
Now, when you say full bodied, what does that mean for the average Joe?
What I mean is it's strong. So when we say full body in the cigar world, it means the cigar is going to be a strong cigar.
It's going to be robust.
Yes.
What advice do you have for storing cigars properly once they're gifted?
I would say try to purchase a humidor. Make sure there's a humidifier inside to keep the cigar nice and humid.
Now, the humidifier, are those the ones that I see the men carrying around? Are they the box ones? What do you suggest? Because if I'm a cigar connoisseur.
Yeah, so if you want to keep your personal selection, you can keep like a small one at home. The ones you're talking about is like the personal ones where you go to like a club or a setting where you're going to have a few on the patio or after dinner.
Okay, all right. Stay tuned to the other side of the break. We're lightening things up literally. We'll be sitting down with the master cigar roller from Grey Cliff to take us through the art, the craft, and the steps behind rolling a premium cigar. Don't go anywhere. It's a Father's Day gift idea that's smooth and as smooth as it gets.
Diet-friendly special.
Hey, ladies, where's the Dave? Oh, okay, thanks. Bets.
Greg, what's up?
Ready, man, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
You what?
He's meditating. You gotta give him at least an hour.
All right, well, I can wait. I ain't got nothing to do. Pin it, I say, now on to independent.
For us at the Minnis Group of restaurants, we found that we have a pretty large portion of our employment pool that had difficulty getting bank accounts.
The issue we had previously was just getting cash, getting funds on the island. And with only one working ATM, the idea of the sand dollar just in being digital, and everybody has a smartphone nowadays, it actually worked into our favor.
The sand dollar was like a godsend because it allowed us to add it to our payroll system, which means we're able to send their money to the sand dollar wallet.
It's still a bank transfer because you get an account number. So from the employer side of things, all I have to do is send your funds just as usual.
It opens up our pool for us to be able to hire some of the people that we couldn't hire before because they were unable to open bank accounts. This has been a really good solution.
Summer in the Bahamas. The weather is hot, but not as hot as the ZNS summer packages. Get ads on ZNS TV or ZNS Radio Network or the TV community page, or a combination of all three. ZNS has got you covered with great prices, whatever package you choose. Book before June 7th and get the local Federation Championship Baseball bonus full of all kinds of extras free of charge. Contact your account executive or call ZNS Sales at 502-3800 today. Hot summer package rates valid until July 31st.
We are rolling into the world of craftsmanship with Grey Cliff Master Cigar Roller, giving us a front row seat to the tradition of precision and artistry behind every puff. We're back with Delano and Master Cigar Roller, Michelle Lopez. Welcome to the show. Now, Delano, you brought us some very, very good information. The best roller you have here with us on What's Trending. What types of tobacco leaves are used in Grey Cliff cigars, and how do they affect the flavor?
Yeah, so we use all premium leaves in our cigars. We use a leaf called the Seco, the Ligero, the Velado, the Binder, and the Wrapper.
Okay. How long does it typically take to roll something from scratch? How long does this take from start to finish?
Well, from start to finish, with the mold, usually a cigar can take up to an hour because it has to press for about 45 minutes.
Okay, okay. Is there a particular skill or technique that separates a good cigar roller from a great one?
Well, they say Cubans are the best cigar rollers in the world. They go to school for 1 year, and then as they work through different factories, their skills just get better and better and better.
Okay, can you ask Maestro Lopez to roll for us, please?
Yes, Michelle, uno tabaco.
Okay. So are Grey Cliff hand cigars rolled with a machine normally, or they only use hand?
Only hand. Our cigars are only made by hand all the time, no machines.
So what exactly is your process for rolling?
Well, it starts off with 2 binder leaves.
Right.
And then he would start with the fillers, what he's doing right now. He would roll them up in a circular motion. And then what he's going to do is he's going to, once he gets about 5 leaves in his hand, actually 3, he's going to cut off the ends. And then he's going to add it right back to the same fillers, right in the center. And then after that, what he's going to do is he's going to start to bind the cigar, the fillers with the binder.
So this is it here?
So this would be the inside of the cigar.
Okay.
So after he's already binded, he's going to do it right now.
And this is pure precision?
Yes. Okay. Everything is, like I say, by hand, and it's just not something you can do just by looking at it and just trying it. It takes years of practice. And so once he's already binded the cigar, we would move on to the wrapper leaf, which is the final leaf that goes onto the cigar.
Can you tell if the cigar is well made just by looking or feeling?
You can tell by how you feel. You can see. Just looking at it, no, because you'd have to feel it and see if it's filled properly. And you'd also have to try one, smoke one to see if it's drawing properly when you smoke.
Does a cigar rolled in a particular way affect how it smokes or it burns?
Yes. So if the roller doesn't roll the cigar properly, you can have a cigar that's canoeing or it's kind of not burning properly with a bad rolled cigar.
So what is the process that he's doing now?
So what he's doing now is the final leaf that goes on. This is the wrapper, also known as capa in Spanish. And what he's going to do is he's going to make some cuts to the top. Now, that cut to the top is actually the outer line, spiral line that you see that runs around the cigar. And he makes the cuts to the bottom, and that's to remove the big vein so it doesn't shows up on the exterior of the cigar.
And how long does this usually take?
This part here, this can be done in probably less than 5 minutes.
Now, I see him using some glue-like substance. What exactly is that?
Yeah, it's a cigar glue that all companies use. It comes in a powdered form, and we just add water to it. So everything here is basically natural.
What is the name of it?
Goma.
Goma?
Yes.
Okay. And it's all natural, you say?
Yes.
And it comes in a paste, in a powder form?
Yes. We just add water.
Can you say what it's made from?
Vegetable-based oil and stuff like that.
Okay, absolutely fantastic. Remind our viewers where you're located and your offers for the month of June, if you have any.
Yeah, we're doing Father's Day specials. We're doing buy 10, get 3 free on the cigars.
Now, tell me something. In terms of your premiums, like this is premium?
Yes, the Chateau is the most popular cigar we sell at Great Cliff.
Okay.
And then this here will be like the mild, the starters cigar, the Because.
Okay.
And the last one is our 30th years of the factory being open. And this is the more robust, strong cigars.
All right.
This one is pretty new for us this year.
All right, so this is 30, and this is Chateau.
Yes.
So whether Dad's a longtime aficionado or just deserves a taste of the good life, a hand-rolled cigar from Great Cliff isn't just a gift, it's an experience. A big thank you to Delano and Michelle for joining us on What's Trending. Don't go away, more Father's Day gift inspirations coming your way after the break.
What is it that you want to do? And we want to have a good time. We want to be free to do what we want to do.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this brings great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community, also help with the education of our kids in this community, and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Red Cross, a Bahamian company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
You got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rent-A-Kill Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rent-A-Kill Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rent-A-Kill Initial.
I don't know, but what kind of cars is this parking lot? You ain't even know where to park. Yeah, just don't park in the, look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park him, just don't park in the handicap spot.
Yeah, that's handicap.
No, man, you can't park in the handicap spot.
I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long.
Handicap spot,
Boy, what's going on, dog?
Man, I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way park here, man.
I tell you we shouldn't park here.
Don't get one of these things. My bad, big bro. And he got a sticker inside to say, this mud, though. We gotta move. This is a handicap spot.
That's what we gotta move.
But we gotta move. Don't, we can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
With our adoption by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
We figured that we could use the first Bahamas branch of Toastmasters Club 1600, an all-male club that specializes and focuses on developing young men for leadership through communication.
This program has grown and has impacted our school in such a positive way that I don't think we'll ever have them leave us.
Too often, instead of us looking within, we look outside for someone to blame. Go take a look in the mirror. Instead of trying to identify what the problems are, let's try and figure out how we become a part of the solution.
We are teaching these children how to dream beyond their community.
Crime-free looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
Continuing our Father's Day gift guide with bottles that speak louder than words, because nothing says you're the best dad like a perfect pour. Today we have Adam Augustine with us from Liquorland, spilling the secrets for gifts that will have him raising a glass or two in no time. Welcome to What's Trending, Adam.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Now, what are some of the top liquor options for Father's Day this year?
We have the Johnny Walker Blue. We have the Don Julio 1947. We have Red Seal, about Bocan, we have Ron Zacapa, and we have Hennessy XO.
Now, what is good about the blue label? What is the big deal about this?
It's very smooth. It's the best. It's one of the best whiskeys. It's very smooth going down.
Really? And so this is for like big occasions and,
yes,
and super special things.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this is Don Julio. This is the tequila.
Tequila.
All right, so what are we shotting this?
It's good
what
for
happens?
shotting, or if you want a high class margarita, you could have it with a margarita.
Okay, and this is graduation season and Father's Day, so this is good stuff.
Good stuff.
All right, and what is this now?
It's a Red Seal Bocan.
And is this whiskey or rum?
Whiskey. It's good with whiskey. You ever heard of a whiskey sour?
Yes.
It's good for a whiskey sour.
It's good for a whiskey sour, and this is rum.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I have that with a nice Coca-Cola with some ice.
Mm-hmm.
All
or you
right.
could have it as like a Bahama Mama, Bahama Papa. This one was good for one of those.
Bahama Papa, I like that. I like that, Adam. And this is Hennessy.
Hennessy, it's good smooth, but just by itself.
So that's just with ice, or just like
neat over ice.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Now, what are some of the trending spirits that dads are loving right now, Adam?
The Hennessy for sure, Hennessy XO, the Johnny Walker, the whiskeys, the tequila also.
Okay, can you suggest something for dads that are not big drinkers but still want to enjoy a good gift?
We have a large variety of tequila, so if you don't want something so high class, we have our company made, but it's actually very good. It's Don Morel.
Oh, all right. I have to get some of that. I'm gonna come and stop by y'all in Palmdale and get some of that. Now, what do you have in store that is good for budget-friendly gift ideas but still feels premium?
We have something new that's called Cream of Heroes. It's like a mix, like it's tequila rose, but it's in different flavors.
Okay, so we got flavored stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that sounds good. Are there any unique bottles available that make great gift ideas?
Yes, ma'am. We have a large variety of Johnny Walker. So we have black, we have red, we have triple cast black. We have the blue, but it's called King George V.
Oh, the blue, and it's called King George V. So you have blue, black, red,
triple black.
Triple black.
Yes,
I like the sound of triple black now.
Yes, and we have gold also.
And gold. So what is the difference between all of those?
It tastes different. We go from smooth, we go from a little spicy, and spicier.
Ooh, that sounds good to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, don't you have a loyalty program?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about the loyalty program.
You spend $50 and higher, you get a stamp. We give a discount $10% discount to 20% off.
Well, I need to come to y'all in the morning because I have a lot of Father's Day gifts to get.
Yes,
now, please let our viewers know exactly where you're located.
Palmdale, Center Street, across from Morning Stick, next to the perfume bar.
Do you have any offers that we could possibly take advantage of for us?
Yes, ma'am. We have Father's Day package deals.
Okay.
Down to $50 to $100.
Okay, so you're working with a budget. We are very budget friendly.
Yes, ma'am.
I love that for us, Adam. Thank you so much. Love what you saw. Everything featured and more is available at Liquorland. Go and check them out. Stick around. We've got more coming up after the break.
If you would like to be a part of What's Trending, DM us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer Mark crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3. Our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
Diet-friendly special.
Strong family bonds provide a crucial support system, often filling the gaps that might otherwise lead to reliance on social assistance.
If we get the family structure support system right, you won't see adult children willingly putting their parents in senior citizens' homes. You won't see anyone putting children up for adoption. We should be the safety net for when the family begins to have some challenges.
Addressing the root causes of dependency is essential, as our goal is to shift the focus from merely providing aid to fostering self-reliance.
We must be prepared to move persons from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. And I'm asking the public to join us on this journey.
This has been the Heartbeat Brief, an inside look at the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting.
The Hidden Disabilities Sunflower is a globally recognized symbol for persons with invisible disabilities.
The Sunflower lanyard made our journey less stressful, smoother, and more inclusive.
REACH is proud to support the Hidden Sunflower Scheme, which makes the invisible visible. So far, the Nassau Airport Authority and the Nassau Cruise Port are Sunflower certified.
So if you see someone with a sunflower lanyard, always remember to be patient and ask if they need some help. Please be kind and always remember to show respect.
We wish to encourage more hotel operators with amenities such as water parks, restaurants, cinemas, government offices to join this initiative, making the Bahamas a more sunflower-friendly country.
Please feel free to reach out to the REACH office at 328-4123, or you can reach out to the National Commissions for Persons with Disabilities at 396-8700.
We are here in the time of need. There's no discrimination. The mission is to relieve the suffering. We volunteer, we deliver care. With donors and partners, we're always here to turn compassion into action. Protecting life and health with our training throughout the years. We empower to heal the world. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas. Community farming for food security. Climate programs suited for our island country. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas.
This message brought to you by the Bahamas Red Cross Society in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
On Thursday's show, we're heading to the crystal clear waters of Cat Island. And that's how we wrap up another trending day. Thank you for hanging out here with us on What's Trending. Remember, the conversation never stops. Catch up with us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS. Share your thoughts and let us know what you think should be our next trend. We'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. with more headlines, highlights, and heat. Until then, stay curious and most of all, stay connected.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition has a look at stories making news tonight. Silver Airways shuts down Bahamas operations, leaving flights canceled and employees in limbo. Plus, GBPC officials addressing the reason behind June's increased fuel surcharge. And the Works Minister reaffirming the government's commitment to Family Island development.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, Silver Airways has officially grounded its operations in the Bahamas, affecting some key family islands, leaving flights canceled and some employees blindsided. The move comes after the airline filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in December of 2024. In a statement this week, Silver said it had entered into a transaction to sell its assets to another airline holding company, but the buyer declined to continue operations in Florida, the Bahamas, or the Caribbean. Our Raven Davis spoke with some former employees who say the shutdown came with little warning, and they're still seeking answers about what comes next. Here's tonight's top story.
Silver Airways has officially ceased operations on islands like Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Bimini after more than a decade of service, and the news came suddenly. Some employees say they were caught off guard, learning late last night that the company was ceasing operations effective Wednesday.
I received an email from the CEO around 11:30 last night, apologizing and saying that operations would come to an end. And shortly after that email came out, my immediate supervisor, who's based in Florida, reached out to me and she said, please advise the team not to report to work.
That's a former employee of some 11 years who says Silver's exit leaves not only workers in limbo, but questions over money still owed. It comes as the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in December 2024, saying in a statement, Silver entered into a transaction to sell its assets to another airline holding company, who unfortunately has determined to not continue Silver's flight operations in Florida, the Bahamas, and the Caribbean.
I hope that they would, pay us out, give us our 7 months' pays. But I don't think that it's going to happen, because we have some employees that was let go from the company almost 2 years ago that's still waiting for payment.
One such employee is Jennifer Newman, area station manager for Freeport, Bimini, and Georgetown, and several of her staff who were let go in June 2023.
We went through the Labor Board, the tribunal for settlement. I have gotten some of my money in Charles and Tyrone. Jasmine and Sally, they're still waiting for their money. They never got a dime. And I believe that's totally unfair.
Now, the airline's financial instability had been noticeable for some time. Declining passenger numbers were red flags, but despite the blow to connectivity, one former employee says local tourism won't completely collapse.
You still have the Balearic, you have Tropic Ocean Airways. However, now we're kind of back to square one with looking for a major airline to fly in to Bimini.
Now, while other carriers still connect these islands to the outside world, the sudden departure of Silver Airways leaves a vacuum in the island's air service and a trail of unanswered questions. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Thanks so much, Raven. Well, tonight, the Minister of Tourism is reacting to the fate of what has been regarded as a beleaguered company and shares the country's plan to fill the void left. Cleopatra Murphy has the details.
After filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy in January, Silver Airlines announced Wednesday that it would be discontinuing service to the Bahamas, Florida, and the Caribbean. This is after the company says it entered into a transaction with another airline holding company that has decided not to continue in those markets. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper, says the news was not a surprise, and government is speaking with airline partners like American Airlines that services all of Silver's local markets to fill the gap.
And we've already engaged Bahamas Air directly about what additional routes that we might provide. We're looking at the data. We're going to make the assessment over the next day or two, and we'll take some decisions as to the next steps in the best interest of Bahamas Air and the best interest of Bahamas tourism. But we're looking at it actively at the moment. Over the course of the next few days, we'll know more.
Silver serviced Grand Bahama, Abaco, Bimini, Exuma, Eleuthera, and Nassau. He says officials are assessing what the airline's loads look like. As for passengers left on the hook, Cooper says he has no specifics at this time.
Imagine they would have gotten notice sometime last night, and they would have certainly been calling the major airlines to see how they may reschedule their flights. So, as I've said, we have steady airlift in all of our main markets.
As for Silver's customer base, the Minister of Tourism says it was locals and foreigners alike. But there's one foreign market officials need to shore up in its absence.
Direct from Georgetown, Eleuthera, Grand Bahama, of course Nassau. They service Tampa. Tampa is an area where we will need to have some deep discussions with our partners. Because that was a niche that they provided a service in.
Ironically, the Minister of Tourism met with airline officials including Aztec, Makers Air, American Airlines, and Tropic Airlines while in Miami Wednesday afternoon about expanding airlift into the Family Islands. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
In other news, the Grand Bahama Power Company officials are addressing growing concerns over a spike in this month's fuel surcharge, now at its highest rate in a decade. Officials are assuring residents that the increase is not tied to the company's proposed rate hike application presented to the Grand Bahama Port Authority, but rather rising fuel costs and usage.
The fuel charge is a monthly adjustment based on the increased energy costs from month to month.
Officials from the Grand Bahama Power Company are clearing the air regarding this month's fuel charge rate, which customers will see reflected in their electricity bills. The current fuel charge stands just under 19 cents per kilowatt hour, marking a slight increase from previous months and reportedly the highest rate recorded in the past decade. Peyton Bain, GBPC's Director of Customer Excellence, says that this spike is not connected to the company's recent rate adjustment application. Instead, she explains that the monthly fuel charge is determined by two key factors: the actual cost of fuel purchased and the quantity of fuel used to generate electricity.
Well, this month I can tell you that we did do some maintenance to our generators. So as a result, we would have had to use some of our temporary generators, which use diesel oil, as opposed to the heavy fuel oil every month. So that's an increased cost.
That cost, she says, is then passed on to the consumer, resulting in a higher or lower fuel surcharges. But Payne explains that the funds are not collected as profit.
Fuel charge is a pass-through, which means that we don't profit from it at all. It's a direct reflection of the actual fuel cost during that month.
In addition to the fuel surcharge, there is another area of concern for many customers, an area labeled fuel and other charges.
So there are the reconnection fees, there's meter test fees, there's return check fees that they may have incurred during that month that they would see on the bill.
Despite the rising fuel costs, GBPC says it remains committed to ensuring its customers remain connected to the grid. The company continues to offer a number of assistance programs aimed at supporting residents facing financial challenges.
Customers enrolled into our budget billing program, they pay one fee for the entire year, regardless of what their consumption is, based on the average of the previous year. So if you want more information, you can come in and speak to one of our customer service reps, and they'll be more than happy to explain the program to you.
Well, the Minister of Works and Family Island Affairs, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, is once again emphasizing the government's strong commitment to transforming the family islands. In his contribution to the mid-year budget debate, the Works Minister outlines some of the goals for each of the family islands, especially here in the north. Shane Stubbs has more in this report.
Here on Grand Bahama, one of the big priorities is improving the way people get around the island. That, according to Minister of Works and Family Island Affairs, the Honorable Clay Sweeting. Now he says the ministry is taking strong looks to place a dual carriageway and roundabout here at the intersection of West Atlantic Drive and West Sunrise Highway. Now, if you know, that's been a project that's been on the radar for quite some time and something that's been lobbied by the Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie.
Design cost estimates and environmental assessments are already completed. These improvements are designed to boost accessibility and unlock the economic potential surrounding Grand Bahama's port and logistics hubs, positioning the island for continued growth and prosperity.
In Abaco, Minister Sweeting outlined continued efforts to modernize the island, starting with the demolition of shanty towns and the implementation of affordable housing programs. He also announced heads of agreements valued at over $200 million for the expansion of Walker's Key and the revitalization of Treasure Key. Island-wide roadworks are planned, along with the major dock repairs in Green Turtle Key, Treasure Key, and Moores Island.
These projects will breathe life into communities that have waited too long to feel whole again. Hundreds of Bahamians will find jobs, businesses will reopen, families will return, and hope will rise one concrete block at a time.
With major projects in the pipeline, Minister Sweeting reaffirms that the Davis-Cooper administration remains focused on prioritizing the needs of every family island, ensuring that each one continues to grow and thrive.
This is probably the first time that the family islands have gotten this much attention under any administration. My ministry has done a lot of work over the past year, from Grand Bahama to Inagua. We are on a mission to connect, a mission to modernize, and a mission to empower island by island. And we are duty-bound to ensure that the citizens that live here, live there, as an equal recipient to a fair and decent way of life.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
And still to come.
Hundreds flock to the east for the Old Freetown Fire Hearth Festival on Whit Monday. We'll have that story, sports highlights, and more.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
It's about that time again at Dolly Madison. Father's Day is quickly approaching. Get 25% off store-wide on June 13th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and June 14th, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Friday and Saturday. And every 10th mail will receive an additional 5% off until 12 noon on Saturday only. Spend $100 or more to enter to win a grill bundle set. It's the big Father's Day sale at Dolly Madison.
Celebrate 89 years with ZNS. Join us Sunday, June 15th, 7 p.m. at Jubilee Cathedral as we honor 10 outstanding fathers with performances by Simeon Houghton, Shakara Newton, and Dwight Brister. Be a part of history. The Grand Bahama Port Authority invites you to nominate outstanding residents for Icons of the City 2.0. Submit your nominations today at gbpa.com/icons before June 21st. Don't miss the 25% Father's Day sale in the men's department at Park & Shop this June 12th, 13th, and 14th, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, including underwear.
Select the perfect gift for dad from Esquires and get a chance to surprise him with a 360 gas grill. Take 20% off your purchase from June 9th to 14th and enjoy additional savings throughout the store. Call them today at 352-8816. Happy Father's Day from Esquires.
It's the Double Trouble Sale at Bethel's Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, located at number 3 Milton Street, June 2nd through 7th. Cash sales only. Call 602-5467 for more information. Experience a man's point of view live at the Regency Theater, June 14th at 8 p.m. and June 15th at 4 p.m. Tickets just $40 at 17 Shop or Imagine Graphics. Visit ampv.online for more information.
Join us for City in Motion, your inside look at the people, progress, and possibilities shaping the city of Freeport. Each week, we bring you the stories behind the movement. Highlighting how the Grand Bahama Port Authority is leading with purpose.
Our desire is to connect Bahamians with the opportunities that's right in front of them.
This is City in Motion.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Over the past 8 years, Whit Monday has been the day that the Freetown Heritage Committee, in partnership with the Ministry of Tourism, has hosted the Old Freetown Fire Hearth Food and Heritage Festival. This year's event was no different, as hundreds of locals and visitors flocked to the east to support the event on the holiday. Our Jay Philippe was there and found the details in this report.
The 9th annual Freetown Fire Hearth Festival took place in the Freetown community in East Grand Bahama on the Whit Monday holiday. Scores of residents along with visitors traveled to the site to take part in the festival.
Right now it's an opportunity for persons to make some extra dollars, and also for persons who have not been to the community in a while to come back and just fellowship.
Weather conditions were perfect on the holiday, which brought out droves of visitors to the heritage site. Locals and visitors participated in the watermelon eating contest and also played bingo games for major prizes. The Ministry of Tourism also played a major role in transporting some 100 visitors on the island to join in at the festival.
This is Ministry of Tourism, 9th year as a major sponsor for this event. We work very closely with the committee and the community. We have over 100 guests that we would have brought down to the festival today. They're having a great time, the beautiful weather, beautiful beaches, and I think this festival has continued to grow from strength to strength.
Visitors from Colorado and Canada thoroughly enjoying the Bahamian culture.
Bahamas is one of the greatest countries I've been to so far. Very nice atmosphere, great people, good food. I recommend it for anybody that hasn't come yet.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I love this stuff, you know. I love this island, I love the people. It's always so much fun, always something going on, you know.
A number of East End descendants also making the drive to Freetown to take part in the holiday festivities.
This is an economic boost for the community, so it gives us a chance, whatever little all of us can spend, it adds up to be able to help these individuals live for another week or two.
We talk so often about our culture, and we talk about not having to fabricate it because it just happens so naturally. And this festival is a wonderful example of that.
The cultural event had a variety of popular Bahamian dishes, drinks, and entertainment for the kids. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jay Philippe.
Well, after a hiatus of nearly 21 years, the community of Seagrape welcomed the reintroduction of the Bahamas Turks and Caicos Heritage Association, now under the tutelage of Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, Kingsley Smith, and Turks and Caicos Islands Deputy Premier Jamel Robinson. The aim of the Mix and Mingle affair is to reestablish the generational bond the two countries have shared through history, while continuing to build upon that foundation. The Member of Parliament for the West Grand Bahama and Bimini area notes that the association's presence is to bring those who share genetic connection to the Turks and Caicos closer together.
Tonight, we are not here just as neighbors, but as family. For generations, the ties between the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Island have been unbreakable. Here in West Grand Bahama, that connection is particularly strong. Look around you. The Turks and Caicos diaspora is not just alive, it is thriving.
The Deputy Premier shares the sentiment, adding a venture such as this one can be echoed by other countries in the region, all stemming from one visit.
Hearing that
the Turks and Caicos, which is now the Bahamas Turks and Caicos Heritage Association, has been reestablished, is a great signal to what can happen for both of our countries. It can start with something as simple as a visit. And this is my first visit to Grand Bahama in my 43 years in life.
Turks and Caicos, what a wonderful island. I had a great time when I was there. You're not ready to go back. What's happening in sports?
Coming up in sports, Varens Burroughs from Grand Bahama was here on the weekend, hosted a swim club with multiple swimmers and craft athletes with them. We'll talk about that in sports, Biko.
All right, that will be making a splash when we come back, but first to check on the local weather forecast.
Celebrate 89 years with ZNS. Join us Sunday, June 15th, 7 p.m. at Jubilee Cathedral as we honor 10 outstanding fathers with performances by Simeon Houghton, Shakara Newton, and Dwight Brister.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Come and be blessed at the New Life Worship Center in Freeport, Grand Bahama, where Bishop Simeon Houghton is the senior pastor. Services are on Sunday at 9 a.m. and Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Come and experience a time of praise and worship in the Word.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies. Nobody
does it better. Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. Top in Sports, Alpha Aquatic Swim Club hosted a 2-day summer clinic for swimmers at the Sunland Pool. Former Olympic swimmer Varens Burroughs was the guest instructor, where he worked along with head coach and national coach Jasmine Gibson.
So far, they're enjoying the clinic, and we're seeing a lot of their technique being fixed during the clinic as well.
During this clinic, the kids are working on technique and looking at their body position to get them ready for nationals.
I came down here to help with the swim team to work on some tips and tricks that will help them in their career. You know, it's a good win-win for everybody. You know, I get to give back to the community. It's a good fundraiser for the team. And, you know, they leave with some valuable assets. And I brought some gifts for them as well. So, you know, it's a win-win. And me and Coach Jasmine Gibson talking about maybe doing this again in the future.
Switching gears now in sports, the Grand Bahama Port Authority BBA Andre Rogers National Baseball Championships returns to Grand Bahama next week, June 19th to the 22nd. The 10U Grand Bahama team will be headed by Coach Michael Sweeting and Dwayne Sands.
At this point, you got to focus on everything. You can't leave nothing out. You got the pitching, you got the defense, you got the hitting. So far, we focus on a lot of defense at this point. We still have our championships going on, so we're trying to wait on the pitching a bit, but by the time we come to Thursday, we'll start to go full force and try to get into everything. But preparations have been going good. I mean, the team is starting to look a little better than they looked the first couple of days, but we're getting there slowly but surely, and we'll be ready for next week.
I think the kids are going to do pretty well. You know, for the most part, they've been playing good baseball throughout the year. So we're looking forward to a good tournament. You know, we're excited about it. And the kids are more so excited. They're more excited than anything.
And last in sports scores from Grand Bahama Flag Football League, Barco Titans got the win against Sky's Limit Rock Boys 18-13. The Tridents shut out the Angels 6-0 in ladies play. Elite also shut out the Tigers convincingly 18-0. And Buckeye Oilers got the W versus Coca-Cola Knights 12-7.
Ladies and gents, that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Celebrate 89 years with ZNS. Join us Sunday, June 15th, 7 p.m. at Jubilee Cathedral as we honor 10 outstanding fathers with performances by Simeon Houghton, Shakara Newton, and Dwight Brister.
What is Business Fit? Business Fit is a group health insurance package offered by BAF Financial. What are some of the benefits of Business Fit? No deductible, dental and vision care, hospital room and board, surgical treatment, labs, medication and drugs, maternity, doctors, clinics, specialist visits, chemotherapy and radiation treatment, air and ground ambulance, and preventative care. Business Fit, offered by BAF Financial.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Here are some tips for having your home ready for a hurricane. Keep all trees and shrubs trimmed. Bring in all outdoor furniture, plants, or any other items that may become airborne due to high winds. Cover windows and doors with hurricane shutters or pre-cut plywood. Clear drains and gutters. And remember to secure important documentation in case you have to evacuate. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
Your #1 team in the north. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Well, happy 71st birthday going out to Lynn Cartwright. That's coming in from your favorite news team here in the north. We hope that you enjoyed, and that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
I hope I live to see 77 and
Absolutely,
plus. And I'm
blessed.
Jay Philippe.
Be blessed.
Be blessed.
The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next. Here's a live look at them now.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, a Florida-based airline to cease operations. Find out its impact on the Bahamas. Also, NIB officials look to plug loopholes and recover much-needed revenue for the social safety net. We have the details of how it proposes to get it done. And the hopes and dreams of a budding entrepreneur dashed in death. We hear from the promising young man's family. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. An airline servicing the Bahamas has gone belly up, with customers getting the message today not to go to the airport. This as the company says all credit card purchases will be refunded. The Minister of Tourism is this evening reacting to the fate of what he says has been a beleaguered company and shares plans to fill the void. Cleopatra Murphy has the details in tonight's top story.
After filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy in January, Silver Airlines announced Wednesday that it would be discontinuing service to the Bahamas, Florida, and the Caribbean. This is after the company says it entered into a transaction with another airline holding company that has decided not to continue in those markets. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper, says the news was not a surprise, and government is speaking with airline partners like American Airlines that services all of Silver's local markets to fill the gap.
And we've already engaged Bahamas Air directly about what additional routes that we might provide. We're looking at the data. We're going to make the assessment over the next day or two, and we'll take some decisions as to the next steps in the best interest of Bahamas Air and the best interest of Bahamas tourism. But we are looking at it actively at the moment. Over the course of the next few days, we'll know more.
Silver serviced Grand Bahama, Abaco, Bimini, Exuma, Eleuthera, and Nassau. He says officials are assessing what the airline's loads look like. As for passengers left on the hook, Cooper says he has no specifics at this time.
Imagine they would have gotten notice sometime last night, and they would have certainly been calling the major airlines to see how they may reschedule their flights. So, as I've said, we have steady airlift in all of our main markets.
As for Silver's customer base, the Minister of Tourism says it was locals and foreigners alike. But there's one foreign market officials need to shore up in its absence.
Direct from Georgetown, Eleuthera, Grand Bahama, of course Nassau. They service Tampa. Tampa is an area where we will need to have some deep discussions with our partners. Because that was a niche that they provided a service in.
Ironically, the Minister of Tourism met with airline officials including Aztec, Makers Air, American Airlines, and Tropic Airlines while in Miami Wednesday afternoon about expanding airlift into the Family Islands. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Meantime, the Bahamas is taking steps to make travel easier for visitors. Addressing industry stakeholders at the Four Seasons Resort in Orlando, Florida Tuesday night, Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper, revealed that while the Bahamas is one of only a few countries worldwide with U.S. pre-clearance, it will soon add another feature.
We're adding to the great partnership that we have with the U.S. government as well. We have TSA pre-check, and very soon, and I'm going to let the cat out of the bag, we're going to be having global entry as well.
Breaking news!
So this is going to really support the seamless travel.
While still talking tourism, officials are hoping to further capitalize on a key market by hosting key stakeholders and providing more insight on the 16-island destination. The Minister of Tourism explains why Florida. Again, our Cleopatra Murphy has the story.
The Bahamas welcomed a record-breaking 11.2 million tourists in 2024, and a significant portion of that number came from or through Florida. It's the reason the Ministry of Tourism has targeted the Florida market as it resumed its global sales mission in Orlando Tuesday, with a trade show followed by a welcomed reception that starred Junkanoo. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honourable Chester Cooper, says the state has a large cruise market, but officials are also looking to expand stopover arrivals.
Our cruise business has grown some 65% between 2024 and 2019. Our stopover business is holding its own, which means that we want our guests to know of new developments in the Bahamas, new places where they can stay, new islands that they may not have visited.
And why not the Bahamas? At a time when there is uncertainty in the travel market, Cooper says the Bahamas is a well-known brand and its proximity is an advantage others just don't have.
When we find uncertainty in the world, people like to go where they're comfortable, where it's easy to access. And what we are seeing is that people are booking more impulsively now. The booking windows have generally shortened. What this means is that people are making decisions on the fly. And it's good to be able to take a 25-minute flight after you've made that decision. You can make that decision at lunchtime and be in place for your dinner meeting that same day.
After speaking with travel agents, Executive Director of the Bahamas Out Islands Promotions Board, Kerry Fountain, says delivering value for money and making family islands more accessible and affordable are key to tourism's continued growth.
In terms of making it more affordable to get to the Bahamas, we have a $250 air credit that we come out with, that we extend 3 times a year. And that calls for a $250 air credit off the cost of a 4-night stay if you stay in one of our member hotels for the Out Island Promotion Board. We also have a early bird Black Friday offer. The booking window on that is from about mid-October to mid-November.
Tourism officials will host another event in Miami, where the minister is also set to hold meetings with airline stakeholders. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, after weeks of speculation, former Prime Minister, the Most Honourable Dr. Hubert Minnis, today confirmed that he will run in the next general election to again represent Killarney, a Western New Providence constituency he's held down now since 2007.
Killarney must remain strong. I want to remind them that I am running in Killarney, and I look forth to their vote, and I look forth to their continuous support. Amen. We must keep Killarney strong. Yes, sir. Killarney will remain strong.
Coming up, more from the budget debate after the break. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Stay with us.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Taste of a KFC big deal, some people will do anything. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. ATC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
As a professional graphic artist, I work from anywhere in the world. When I travel, I try to keep up with my paperwork and bills as much as possible, utilizing NIB's ESS, or Employee Self-Service Portal, to submit my monthly payment and to upload my contribution statement makes life easier. The portal is pretty easy to use too. I consider it to be user-friendly. It asks all the necessary questions to guide me through uploading my contribution statement, and I like that it calculates my payments. The NIB representative who showed me how to use the portal, she was patient, friendly, and knowledgeable. But now the ESS portal allows for the entire process to be completed online in a time-efficient manner. Like, yay, thank you, that's done. You should sign up today at ess@nib-bahamas.com.
Portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
You're looking at a shot of the British Colonial Hotel. There you have the 4-story parking lot and Margaritaville Resort. That shot courtesy of drone pilot Dominic Rowe. Oh, welcome. Projected deficit of some $32 million. The National Insurance Board has to get down to work closing the gap between contributions collected and benefits paid, if it is to not only ensure the fund's sustainability, but preserve the integrity of the system. For that, NIB is relying on a compliance, performance and recovery initiative to be fully launched this month. As Alfred Sayers, the Minister with Cabinet responsibility for NIB, explained in the House of Assembly Wednesday, it's a results-oriented field operation aimed at stemming ongoing arrears and really reestablishing a culture of active compliance.
Under this initiative, monthly sweeps will be conducted in high-risk red zones across eastern, western, and central New Providence, as these are the areas with historically low compliance rates. Teams of redeployed inspectors will be mobilized with one mandate: to close compliance gaps, recover outstanding contributions, and register unreported businesses. These efforts will be supported by mobile compliance stations offering on-the-spot services.
You can add to that NIB's plans to conduct inspections with the overall goal of recovering significant amounts of arrears from June to December 2025. Now, on the other end, the board is pushing what's called a contribution interest waiver campaign, which the minister insists is not a free pass, but rather a hand up.
This targeted campaign is designed to reduce expenditure for businesses, particularly in storm-impacted and pandemic-affected zones. 2, facilitate business continuity by mitigating a segment of the interest obligation. 3, encourage re-engagement with the formal system. 4, accelerate recovery of arrears and improve the Bahamas Ease of Doing Business ranking. Mr. Deputy, the results will be remarkable. Imagine the relief to employers in Abaco and Grand Bahama, still rebuilding after Hurricane Dorian.
Also coming out of the 2025-2026 budget debate, millions spent on infrastructural upgrades over the past year. We're talking roads, bridges, and seaports, all in an effort to improve living conditions and enhance interconnectivity island by island. Fern Carey reports.
Major infrastructure works across the country are being conducted through public tenders and private partnerships, all designed to connect, modernize, and empower communities island by island. That from Minister of Public Works and Family Island Affairs, the Honourable Clay Sweeting, as he contributed to the budget debate in Parliament Wednesday. Minister Sweeting indicated that the government has engaged young Bahamians to carry out critical road repairs in the country.
My ministry has engaged 7 Bahamian contractors to deliver road paving
and rehabilitation across key corridors in New Providence. These contractors are actively working on road packages in constituencies such as South Beach, Golden Gates, Bamboo Town, Centerville, Elizabeth, Engliston, and many more. To date, we have seen progress across several zones, with miles of completed roads marked in yellow, and areas pending clearance from utility corporations in blue.
Minister Sweeting says the list does not include works done by Bahamas, which is the government's paving company. With Bahamas now incorporated, he says this will streamline the way the government paves and patches roads nationwide.
On tap for Bahamas will be a fully functioning facilities, new equipment, and building capacity that will be carried out through a $90 million loan agreement with the IDB. A portion of this loan, Mr. Deputy, will also be utilized to mitigate flooding in Pinewood and surrounding communities, in Coral Harbor, and in downtown Nassau.
8 priority bridge projects have also been identified on Andros, Eleuthera, Exuma, and New Providence, with those structures designed to be climate resilient and corrosion resistant, among other features. Regarding long-awaited upgrades to the glass window bridge in Eleuthera, Minister Sweeting specified that while the design is simple, construction will be costly because of the bridge's location and logistics.
So the preliminary cost for insurance and arbor fees is roughly $1.2, and these are provided to me from the technical persons at the Ministry of Works. Preliminary cost for staff accommodation and shipping costs, $18.2. Preliminary cost for site compound, equipment, lighting, security, utilities, utility diversions, and traffic management, $6.4. Temporary works, including landing dock, hall road, piling mat, road pad, and jacking barge, $17.4. Road works, $4.4. North Approach Bridge, $2 million. The actual bridge itself, $25.4.
Debate on the budget bills continue in the House of Assembly. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Crossing over to crime news, 1 man dead, another wounded, and it all played out on the quaint seaside town of Harbor Island just before midnight Tuesday. Based on what police have so far gathered, 2 men were riding a golf cart on Munning Street when a man in dark clothing approached, opened fire in their direction, and then fled the scene. Both men were injured and taken to the local clinic. However, one of them died from those injuries. The other victim was expected to be airlifted to the capital for further medical treatment. Now, at last report, police were appealing to anyone who may have any information on the incident to call 911, 919, or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. Meantime, a fiance, an entrepreneur, and a son, a 21-year-old, shot to death, leaving behind another family demanding answers. Danielle Dean and cameraman Randy Knowles bring us the story.
So life being taken and no answers for it. And I need answers to my son death.
As the bloodstain of young Jared Evans remains on the pavement of the nightclub he was at last, his family recalls the young man's life and remembers that night.
We already got our own apartment, a place to stay, and we were just going to level up from now.
Evans' final hours spent just enjoying life with fiancée Ciara McKenzie. ATV riding, at the tracks, fish fry, Envy Lounge, and then at Tipsy's Bar, where he met his death. McKenzie says Evans proposed privately on March 30th, but she insisted on reliving the moment in the presence of family and friends. The request, though, never fulfilled.
Chad was a family man. He loved his family. He was hardworking. He loved kids. He just was there, and he was all of it. He was never a violent person or anything. So for this to happen, it's definitely unexpected.
An emotional Gary Russell remembers his younger brother as a protector and provider who treated him well and even helped put clothes on his back.
I love my brother, but he tell me he love me, he'll never leave me. And I was that after that.
Our news team visited Tipsy's Bar earlier today. The owner, Sam, claims Evans was a jokester. adding that the two would always engage in a playful tiff about him not having the cover fee. The exchange, she said, though, would always end with him still providing the money. This past Saturday was different. Sam says while the 21-year-old ensured his partner got in, before he could, he was shot.
I'm hurting bad. I can't sit down and know my son getting innocently, and I can't say how and why. Please come forward if you all know anything.
Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Bahamas Driving Group of Companies, we have been in Exuma now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is to do some work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overarching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that we pass that along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that could take them further in life.
Play you straight? Bro, I ain't getting no service. I can't make no calls. I can't post nothing on my stories. I don't get it.
Wait, you on a live? Shad, come, let's fix that. Come. This one needs saving. Pour them over, please.
Say less. Sign up today. Enjoy 5 gigs on us with select prepaid plans when you port your number to Alive, or 3 months free Alive fiber services when you port your landline.
Throughout history, from bartering in ancient markets to the invention of paper currency, convenience has been at the heart of the way we pay. As time marched on, so have we, from barter to cash and cash to digital. Whether you pay with an online bank transfer, digital wallet, or contactless card, with digital payments, options abound. The world never stops evolving, and neither should you. Choose freedom, choose flexibility, choose convenience. The future of pay is digital. Visit us online at livedigitalbahamas.com and on social media.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Diet-friendly special.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
The ballots still being tallied following the Bahamas Union of Teachers tri-annual elections Tuesday. However, we understand that unofficially incumbent Belinda Wilson, who has served as union president for the past 15 years, has won the election, beating Julia Hanna. We've been informed that ballot counting will resume at the Department of Labor on Thursday. Well, now is as good a time as any to turn things over to LaDawn and Marlena. What you got for us?
Well, McCusker, the Parkinson's Foundation is about to host an event. I think, Milena, you're excited about that, right?
Yes. The King Foundation, they're preparing for their ball this month, and you know that's one of their big fundraisers. So they're here tonight to tell us all about the details. We can show up on theme. Maybe we can prepare this time. Maybe, guys, we can get it together.
Maybe, hopefully.
We've missed all the balls up to now, so we
got to bring it.
We must do better.
We got to figure it out.
Well, stay with us. The National Report is back after the break.
Melissa, and I'm a survey enumerator with the Bahamas National Statistical Institute, or BNSI. For the next few months, we will be conducting the Household Expenditure Survey on various islands.
You might be wondering, why is this survey important? Well, it helps us to determine the poverty line and assess how to ensure everyone has access to the basic services they need. This information is used by the government, businesses, researchers, and students to make informed decisions and plan for the future. We know that your time is valuable, which is why we've made the survey as simple and easy as possible. And don't worry, all your information you provide is confidential.
Your participation will help us gather accurate information that will benefit everyone in the Bahamas. Thank you for your cooperation and being a part of shaping the future of the Bahamas.
Great pizza, great deals, all day, every day. Available now at Marco's Pizza. Order today.
What? You don't know what TDC is? Tourism Development Corporation? You mean the Ministry of Tourism? No, that ain't the same thing, but the Tourism Development Corporation helps to develop and grow behemoth businesses in the tourism industry. You hear what they say, boy? Oh, yeah. Develop and grow. You don't know what all the things they do? What does do? Hey, check the website, boy.
Start your journey to ownership of our #1 industry today. Log on to tdcbahamas.com.
And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Have you ever dreamed of gifting a loved one their own piece of paradise? Now, with DEVCO's groundbreaking gift initiative, you can turn that very dream into reality. GIFT, which stands for Generational Investment, Friends and Family Trust, is a simple yet powerful way to make property ownership more accessible. Contribute to the 10% down payment in person or team up with friends and family to make it even easier. You can even pay online via direct bank transfer, then submit the required form with just a few taps. The person you gift then enters a manageable 7-year payment plan, or they can pay in full anytime. Imagine the joy of giving the gift of ownership, a piece of the Bahamas, a piece of paradise, right at your fingertips. Now, you can gift for a birthday, a wedding, graduation, Christmas, or simply just because. With DEVCO's gift initiative, you're not just giving a gift, you're gifting a bright future. DEVCO, where opportunities embrace and gift ownership. Visit gbdevco.com to learn more.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today.
At Pirate Jeep Tours, both visitors and locals can experience the many sights and scenes of Nassau when they embark on this amazing sightseeing adventure.
Pirate Jeep Tours, what sets us apart is, well, number one, we see ourselves as ambassadors for the Bahamas. And what really makes it different from other tour company is the fact that we do private tours as pirates. So everything that we say about the Bahamas, all about the history, the culture, is all done through the lens of a pirate. What's unique about Pirate Jeep Tours is actually, well, a few things. One, the fact that we're in Jeeps. Some pretty cool Jeeps, I'm not gonna lie. And then the other thing is the fact that it's private. So it creates a more of a bond and a real effect with the guests, where it's just one pirate tour guide, and then also it's just us, and we're just bonding, having a good time, and creating lifelong relationships with a lot of these people. I'm doing the tours. I had a family from Florida, and this was like 2022. And last year when I traveled to Florida, they were able to remember me. So it caused us to create that bond. The team members were all unique in our own special way. The personalities, the characteristics, all of that makes it unique. Normally when people see us, they see us for the sightseeing aspect of it, but we also do 2 other aspects of the company as well that I know is really fun and it's really been going well. One would be the rum adventure, So we have those who love the history, but then we have those who love to get drunk, party, have a good time. We have the rum tour where you're just riding a Jeep, drinking, having a good time. And then for corporate groups, or if you have a birthday party, we do have it, whereas basically we have a scavenger hunt. So whether it be across the island, on property, whatever you want us to do, we make it happen.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
Some Black Girl magic going on. One young author gets the word out through her Book Magic organization. Details straight ahead.
And some exciting news. The Caribbean Culture Fund has launched its third call for proposals, offering $400,000 in grants. That's a whole lot.
A whole lot indeed. Well, plus more students are applying for government scholarships. The education minister gives an update. Stay close for that.
And coming up in sports, national cycling wraps up in Exuma.
The Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
This holiday weekend was so long, Marlena, we totally forgot to talk about Bahamas Carnival.
We did. And it's funny because I saw some girls getting ready for it at the gym that I go to. You know, there was glitter everywhere. They were having an amazing time. And then I saw all the stuff online. It looked like they had a ball.
They had a ball. They were brave. They're brave to actually be out there every year just having a good time, right? Well, the good thing is that they're still doing it, though, and that's awesome. Congrats to another year, Bahamas Carnival. But let's dive right into the news. A young champion for literacy is doing her part to empower young girls through her nonprofit organization called BookMagic.org. She just recently took her literacy project to Ridgeland Primary School, and while there, she not only gave a pep talk to the students, but also donated a few copies of her book, Black Girl Magic, to the school's library. Here's her story.
30 Ridgeland Primary School students assembled on the floor of their school's library, eager to watch a pre-recorded audio presentation of Black Girl Magic, a book written by published author and motivational speaker 12-year-old Zara Bryan. When she was just 8 years old, the young author's new book was listed as a bestseller on Amazon and has now opened up a window of speaking opportunities for her locally and abroad. After delivering a 3-minute motivational pep talk to the students about the importance of being true to who they are, Zara spoke to us about the magic behind creating her latest literacy project.
I felt like my journey empowering little kids and little girls wasn't over with just the book. I wanted to empower more voices in the Bahamas, maybe even reach out of the Bahamas. So that's why I created BookMagic.org, to continue this journey of empowering people.
Zara, still a kid herself, spiced her book presentation up a notch by getting the students to write 3 things out in a circle on a sheet of paper using crayons and pencils. Third grader Ava Adderley boasted how the book encouraged her to love the skin she's in.
I love how Kayla remembers and says, oh, I'm beautiful, smart, kind, and respectful, and all of that beautiful stuff that she talks about herself.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel confident and loving about my skin color, my hair type, and everything else about me.
Principal Samantha Anderson underscored that the Ridgeland Primary team is big on literacy and numeracy and welcomes Zara and her project with open arms. She says his latest partnership will only help boost students' academic performance in these key areas.
Where we are now for the Christmas term at an 8-point jump mark, I am so excited that she is here. Our students are just trying their best in reading, and just this little exercise here with them believing in themselves and who they are is definitely important to them and important to me.
The 2024 Rising Star Award recipient says she plans to take her BookMagic.org project on a national school tour. When asked if she will be releasing any more books in the future, Zara hinted this.
You may see some more books from me. I do have some stuff in the works, but I've been just very much focused on BookMagic.org, but it will be coming up soon.
Amazing. Can't wait to see what's next for Zara. Well, the Caribbean Culture Fund has launched its third call for proposals, offering $400,000 in grants to support cultural and creative projects across the region. Individuals, organizations, and institutions are invited to apply by June 15th, 2025. This third call expands eligibility to projects from the Bahamas, Antigua and Barbuda, Belize, Dominica, Grenada, Guyana, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, Suriname, and Haiti. 10 grants of $10,000 each will be allocated for projects using the arts to drive social reflection and change. 10 grants of $25,000 each are set for projects promoting intra-Caribbean cooperation and artistic exchange. There are also grants for short-term creative residencies and fellowships, open to institutions across the entire Caribbean, set at $5,000 each. Eligible disciplines include visual arts, performing arts, festival arts, film, literary arts, interdisciplinary forms, architecture, and design. For full details and to apply, visit CaribbeanCultureFund.com.
Education officials seeing an uptick in the number of students applying for government scholarships as they pursue their dream of higher education. The Education Minister, Glenys Hannah Martin, telling House members during a contribution to the budget debate Wednesday that over 2,000 students have applied for the grant.
Opened in December 1st, closed the end of March, and we had a very strong interest. 2,653 applications submitted, and 1,174 completed the required documentation. And we will know the outcome of that in short order, but the Prime Minister spoke about the thrust to support scholarships, tertiary education for our young people.
And still to come, the King Door Parkinson's Foundation is here to talk about its upcoming fundraiser, so keep it locked.
Mailboat service is a critical service to the islands of the Bahamas. Certainly, Andrews has always been there and dear to us. That's where we're born and raised. And so we play a crucial role in advancing the growth and development of Andrews. Customers want service and they want consistency. From the start, that's been our commitment. We work to sail on time every time. Our customers have come now to expect this from us. And one of the biggest challenges we've had was finding adequate funding. SPDC from the very start has been a lifesaver. My advice to young people, if you have a vision, a passion, an idea, go for it. Don't give up. It's not easy. If it was, everybody would be doing it. Be consistent and you'll get there.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Welcome to What's Trending. Join me, Jiminita Swain.
And me, The Bahama Beauty, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m.
Only on the ZNS Network.
You're looking at a rushing shot of the seashore. That shot is by Neville Big Nev Smith, who is unfortunately a little under the weather today. Feel better, Nev, because we need you back as soon as possible. But as for us, let's take a trip down to beautiful Exuma. Let's go.
Charles Fisher was in Exuma over the holiday weekend, and he caught up with our Deputy Prime Minister, who chatted with him on the subject of domestic tourism. Here's the story.
It was a busy weekend with just about all the islands having something. Cat Island, Rake and Scrape, South Andros, Long Island, and Baritari, Exuma with regattas. Minister of Tourism and Aviation, Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, taking it all in with his final stop in Exuma.
It's been a busy week, but it's been an exciting week. This is what it's like living in an archipelago. Cat Island, Rake and Scrape, Long Island, regatta, and here in Baritari, homecoming and regatta. It's been exciting. This is who we are. Sailing is our national sport. We're very excited about it. I love the enthusiasm that we're seeing for sailing. The excitement, again, about the sailing itself. There are great parties, great church service, great camaraderie, food and drinks and culture and all of that. But the enthusiasm about sailing warms my heart.
Cooper stressing the economic boost the festival brings.
This is good for the islands. Domestic tourism is great, a great boost to the overall economy. And of course, we see many international guests at these regattas as well, experiencing our culture and a part of who we are as Bahamians. So that excites me. It's good for the vendors, it's good for the communities, it's good for the islands, and really it's really very special opportunity for the Bahamian people to get engaged, to get involved, and to participate.
The goal now for Bahamians is to not only visit the islands during regattas and homecomings, but for vacations.
I think homecomings is a special time where the population size, the critical mass, the events, the parties really bring people together from all across the islands of the Bahamas. And I think that's a special opportunity for even small communities who may not have the population, the critical mass, for people to come together and really make it a vibrant city. This weekend, for example, we're truly in the city by the sea here in Baritari, and really it's very fulfilling to watch and to see descendants of Baritari come back, bring their family and their friends, and hopefully they will come again on vacations. I think that's what it's all about.
Sure was a great weekend for everyone. For Access Now, I'm Charles Fisher.
Thanks, Charles. Well, it's good to know Bahamians are traveling our islands. Domestic tourism is so important. Well, tonight we have as our guests in studio Mavis Darling-Hill, president of the King Door Parkinson Foundation, and Chantal Clear, member of the foundation. Ladies, welcome to Access Now.
Thank you, and thanks for having us.
And thank you for having us. Amazing. Now, Miss Mavis, can you tell us just a brief background of the King Door Parkinson's Foundation?
Okay, so the King Door National Parkinson's Foundation has been in existence for 25 years. So this is our 25th year. And so we're very excited because this has given us the opportunity over the past 25 years to educate and sensitize the Bahamian people regarding Parkinson's disease. That is not a death sentence, and that if you take care of yourself as well as you should, then you should be able to manage the illness.
Now, do you think it's something that people struggle to identify in the early stages, or is Parkinson's something that people can recognize pretty quickly?
Parkinson's is a disease that is debilitating, and it's also, so for a long time you can have the disease, and people who are stricken with the disease, they may feel a little difference in their bodies early on, and as the illness progresses, they would go through a phase where they're denying, so they go through all those stages where they deny, okay, no, it's just because I'm tired that I'm feeling this way, and not the fact that, okay, I should check my doctor out to find out what is happening with me. Yeah.
Now, I know a really important part for your organization is obviously the fundraising aspect, and you've got one of your major fundraisers coming up soon, your ball.
Yes.
So, Chantal, can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect, any theme or hot sites we can expect to see at this ball?
Well, our ball is set for the 28th of June, 2025, at the Ballroom at Atlantis, 6:45 sharp. It is that our theme is the jackpot is the cure. And so what we're looking for in this particular situation is Casino Royale. So what we're looking at in this moment, first of all, it is a high quality ball in relation to getting dressed up. It's black tie, it's 4 courses. It's get your hair done, get your nails done, get your tuxedos out, be in a position where you are going to deal with the blackjack and the roulette, and we also have high quality entertainment here. The Maze Band is coming out, the Defense Force Band is coming out, we have a saxophonist coming out. We want you to let your hair down a bit, dance on the floor. Now, it's not going to be a party in the backyard kind of situation because we want glitz and glamour, but if you, at the end of the night, if you want to take your shoes off and have fun and say to your cousin, hey cousin, I ain't seen you in a long time, well, we're happy with that as well. We want to raise awareness at the end of the day for the disease in relation to the cure, and in relation to the persons who are also coming out, who are afflicted with the disease, to go ahead, as well as with their caregivers, to have a wonderful time.
Amazing. That's so important, too, just getting the night off and having some fun.
And so our balls are not one of those stuffy situations where people just sit and they stay seated until at the end of the ball. We're asking people to just walk around, meet people, talk to them. We're going to have high-class people there as usual. And so we are going to have fun.
Have fun. Amazing. And now, obviously, this is one of your major fundraisers, but do you guys also rely on consistent donors, or is the ball really what we're looking at?
Well, the ball is very important for us, and this is the opportunity to give us a chance to say to donors that this is what we're all about. That if you come to the ball, you will hear and you'll have fun. But there are other things going on in terms of persons who are stricken with Parkinson's disease. And see, somebody was asking, why a ball? A ball is necessary because it's going to give the public an eye as to who we are as our committee. And so we're going to show that full force.
Amazing.
But we're encouraging persons with Parkinson's to come there, come to the ball and have a good time, dance and have a good time.
Wonderful.
So donors out there, we're asking them to show you care. You know, how are you going to feel, how would you feel if you wake up one morning and you have the tremors?
And it's you. And
you go through the stage where you get out of bed and then you find yourself just not able to walk properly because there's bradykinesia, slowness of movement, then the tremors are there, then the stiffness in the body. So it's really a whole lot of changes. But it doesn't happen overnight. And so we want people to know not to be afraid or embarrassed, but to just address it.
And come out and support the cause. Now, you told us what day it is, but really quickly, can you tell us where we can find our tickets?
Oh, Carey's Department Center, most certainly. We have those tickets that are available both online through our internet banking. Of course, you can call myself or Miss Darling Hale at 805-1075-477, I believe it is
3782.
3782. Any of these numbers you can reach us on. And outside of just coming, while we want full force support, there's donation. You can go ahead and donate, whether it is an item, whether it is time, whether it is space, for these persons to go ahead and have a regular kind of life, to go ahead and have a meal somewhere where they are involved.
So we have many, many prizes, presents, and I guess we can't tell you enough. But enough is that you're going to have, you have to come there to really appreciate what will happen.
We'll have to come see it. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us tonight. And we wish you the best with the ball. Hopefully, maybe we can find ourselves there.
Absolutely.
We hope so, don't. Find yourself there.
But as for us, let's check in with ZNS Total Sports to see what's on tap.
Coming up in sports, several winners crowned in the latest edition of the Bahamas Cycling Nationals. More details coming up next.
Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most Start every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby Search or Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby Search or Tech.
This year, King Door National Parkinson Foundation is taking you back to the old school. With entertainment by TMF, the band formerly known as Maze.
Y'all better come on now.
Also appearing will be local artist Plotty and the Naked Eye and the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Pop Band.
Save the date, Saturday, June 28th, 2025, Atlantis Paradise Island.
To purchase your tickets, call telephone 428-2588 or visit Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store, Mackey Street.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Welcome to your Wednesday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Swanson Gibson Jr. Topping sports, the Bahamas Cycling Federation recently hosted its national over in Exuma. More than 100 male and female participants conquered Mount Thompson terrain, setting out to win their respective divisions. Our Charles Fisher caught up with the various winners.
The grueling hilly course proved treacherous for most of the cyclists, and adding the heat made the ride even more enduring. Cami Roach put the legs to the pedal and came away as the under-23 girls champion.
Really, really hard. When I train in Nassau, it's like completely flat. So here, all these hills really got me, but it was good. If I was like still with the pack of girls, I was gonna at some point like break away, but I ended up like dropping them in the first like 5 miles. So I just like had to hold on to like my speed the rest of the way to like stay away from them.
Chip off the old block with cycling in his blood, Baron Musgrove Jr., under-23 male champ.
It wasn't the race I expected because I had bike mechanical issues, but I still did my mileage and I did it, you know.
But the course, how was the course?
The course is very hilly. You know, I think on the first hill, that's where my bike mechanical started. And yeah, it was a lot of hills. I didn't expect a lot of hills. I thought it was just going to be flat course.
Felix Neely rode to the title in the elite male.
The race was pretty brutal, quite hot. I tend to start getting very dehydrated because of the heat, but I just keep the gas on at all times.
National Elite Junior champ Lonnie Duncombe took the competition from the get-go.
I went away from my competition early in the race, and I just held my own until the finish line, and they didn't catch me, so I came away with the win, and it felt really good. Second time winning national, so very happy to be here. Got to thank God for giving me the strength to win.
As for the youngest cyclist, Trinea Smith.
This is my second nationals. I don't know why I'm scared. I come first place, just cruise, and then when I reach down now, just start cycling fast.
Great showing by our junior cyclists on a job well done. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
And that's been your Wednesday Sports Check. I'm Swanson Gibson Jr. A check on weather when we return.
Spaghetti meatballs, 15 ounces, $1
Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm a survey enumerator with the Bahamas National Statistical Institute, or BNSI. For the next few months, we will be conducting the Household Expenditure Survey on various islands.
You might be wondering, why is this survey important? Well, it helps us to determine the poverty line and assess how to ensure everyone has access to the basic services they need. This information is used by the government, businesses, researchers, and students to make informed decisions and plan for the future. We know that your time is valuable, which is why we've made the survey as simple and easy as possible. And don't worry, all your information you provide is confidential.
Your participation will help us gather accurate information that will benefit everyone in the Bahamas. Thank you for your cooperation and being a part of shaping the future of the Bahamas.
Summer in the Bahamas. The weather is hot, but not as hot as the ZNS summer packages. Get ads on ZNS TV or ZNS Radio Network or the TV community page, or a combination of all three. ZNS has got you covered with great prices, whatever package you choose. Book before June 7th and get the local Federation Championship Baseball bonus full of all kinds of extras free of charge. Contact your account executive or call ZNS Sales at 502-3800 today. Hot summer package rates valid until July 31st.
It's time now for your Access weather forecast. 11 days into the tropical cyclone season. Well, we have some Sahara dust that is streaking across the Atlantic, and that should reach here in a couple of days, creating hazy conditions. But in addition to the hazy condition, it will also limit the chance of development of any tropical systems. We also have that strong upper-level wind shear taking place as well. That, too, will help to keep a lid on development. But we'll keep our eyes on the extreme western Caribbean Sea over the next week or so to see what's happening there. And on our live weather radar, we have pockets of showers and thunderstorms, particularly over the more western part of the northwest and central Bahamas. It is all streaking towards the west. So later on tonight, we could get one or two of those passing through the area as well. And your boating forecast tonight, well, that is brought to you by Live Business, where we bulk up your business for the northwest and central islands tonight, right through Friday. Winds southeast at 12 to 18 knots. The wave fights 3 to 6 feet. So we're asking small craft in the northwest and central islands to exercise some caution, with a high tide taking place at 8:59 tonight, and another high tide at 9:14 tomorrow morning. And for the southeast Bahamas into Friday, we'll have that easterly flow at 15 to 20 knots. Some choppy seas down there, water 7 feet over the ocean. So caution flags are also in place for the southeast Bahamas through Friday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Walk out for them, walk out for them. All my ladies, walk out for them. First of all, you don't need no validation. You don't need no affirmation from nobody. No, sir. No, on your body. Confidence and sex appeal.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. LaDawn and Melina.
Thanks a lot, Basil.
Well, big congratulations to LaDawn today for the blessing from Mount Tabor Church. I bet you thought I wasn't going to mention it, but it is too cute, too sweet not to mention. Ladies and gentlemen, LaDawn thought she was carrying out an interview today at Mount Tabor's church when lead pastor Delton Ellis and his church blessed her all the way. Oh, she got flowers and the works. So I'm so happy for you, LaDawn. So well deserved.
I was so shocked. It was like a surprise, you know?
So sweet.
I think the GM knew about it, though.
Yeah. What was your reaction when they came in?
Like, did he just say that?
Wow. Now you know how I felt when y'all did that to me on my birthday.
Yes.
So congratulations.
Yes, thank you guys so much. But before I start the cheers again, let's check in with Matea Cunningham and let's talk socials.
Hi, I'm Matea. That's M-A-T-E-J-A-H. And yes, the J is silent. I'm your host for the social media segment of Access Now. Let's talk socials. As always, the ever-evolving AI, otherwise known as artificial intelligence, makes another debut on LTS. AI has taken over two trends in particular this weekend, the AI mermaid trend and the AI police trend. Here's how the trend works. You insert a photo into the generator and AI transforms you into a mermaid. Similarly, you upload a photo with 2 or more people And the gag is, wait to see who the AI-generated police will take away first. Since AI is still a bit wonky, here's how some of these videos turned out.
So baby, let's get all the way undone.
Here's where I want your opinion. Do any of these videos look realistic to you, even in the slightest? Tell me down below in the comments if you're watching on live stream.
Pretty good job as always there, Matea. Well, that does it for Access Now this evening.
Yes, but stay tuned for the rundown with Clint Watson. His guest is Dr. Dwayne Sands, chairman of the FNM.
Good night, everybody.
We are here in the time of need. There's no discrimination. The mission is to relieve the suffering. We volunteer, we deliver care. With donors and partners, we're always here to turn compassion into action. Protecting life and health with our training throughout the years. We empower to heal the world. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas. Community farming for food security. Climate programs suited for our island country. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas.
This message brought to you by the Bahamas Red Cross Society in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Summer in the Bahamas. The weather is hot, but not as hot as the ZNS summer packages. Get ads on ZNS TV or ZNS Radio Network or the TV community page, or a combination of all three. ZNS has got you covered with great prices, whatever package you choose. Book before June 7th and get the local Federation Championship Baseball bonus full of all kinds of extras free of charge. Contact your account executive or call ZNS Sales at 502-3800 today. Hot summer package rates valid until July 31st.
I don't know, but there's all kind of cars in the parking lot. You ain't even know where to park. Again, that's no parking. Look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park him. Just don't park him. Don't park him again. That's on the gas. No, man, you can't park him on the gas. I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long. On the gas spot, right? Boy, what's going on, dog? I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way parking. I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things. My bad big broke, and he got a sticker inside that say this mod though. We gotta move. This is honey gas. Let's go. We gotta move. But we gotta move. Don't. We can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
Hey, y'all, what's up?
Hey, what's that?
What y'all getting?
Listen, I've been waiting to march down some lobster, yeah?
Hi, I'm Matthew. I will be you guys waiter today. Can I take your order?
Oh, I've been chewing for some grouper dread.
Y'all see this?
See, this ain't gonna work.
Where the fish gone, though?
But
How though?
Don't leave our children with no fish in their future. Protect our sea. Protect our way of life. Protect the Bahamas. To learn how you can help, find us on Facebook at Bahamas Protected. See the future.
Abuse, domestic violence, suicidal tendencies. Are you being stressed out from these problems? Call the national hotline at 422-2763 or 322-2763. There are trained social workers available 24 hours to help you. Know that you are not alone in this.
Did you know that if a fire starts in your home, you may have as little as 2 minutes to escape? Keep your family and home safe with these few fire safety preparation and prevention tips. Ensure that your home has working smoke detectors. They will alert you if there is smoke and fire in your home. Install a smoke detector on every level of your home, inside each bedroom and outside each sleeping area. Test smoke detectors every month and change the batteries every 6 months. Home fires can spread rapidly and every second counts. Create an escape plan and practice it with everyone in your home. Make sure everyone can safely escape in less than 2 minutes. Keep escape routes as clutter-free as possible so no one trips or falls on the way out to an emergency. In addition to smoke detectors, fire extinguishers is an important device to have on hand. To use a fire extinguisher, remember the acronym PASS. Pull the pin, aim the nozzle, squeeze the handle, and sweep from side to side at the base of the fire. We must all do our parts to ensure that our families and homes are safe in the event a fire occurs. On behalf of the Commissioner of Police, the Director of Fire Services, and all officers of the Fire Department, let's work together to help prevent fires, because fire safety is everyone's responsibility, and the life you save may be your own.
Influenza, or the flu as it is commonly called, is a viral illness that usually occurs between the months October to March. The virus is transmitted from person to person through coughing, sneezing, or talking. Symptoms include fever, cough, headache, runny nose, generalized body aches, and fatigue. There is no specific treatment for the flu, and the symptoms usually dissipate after 3 to 7 days. Because it is caused by a virus, antibiotics are not used to treat the flu. Persons are encouraged to rest and drink lots of fluids. Panadol is recommended for fever and body aches associated with the flu. However, aspirin should be avoided due to the risk of bleeding. To decrease the spread of flu, persons are encouraged to get their flu shot annually and practice good cough hygiene. Additional information can be provided by your community clinic or the Health Education Division at the Ministry of Health. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Public Hospitals Authority.
Summer in the Bahamas. The weather is hot, but not as hot as the ZNS summer packages. Get ads on ZNS TV or ZNS Radio Network or the TV community page, or a combination of all three. ZNS has got you covered with great prices, whatever package you choose. Book before June 7th and get the local Federation Championship Baseball bonus full of all kinds of extras free of charge. Contact your account executive or call ZNS Sales at 502-3800 today. Hot summer package rates valid until July 31st.
At Aisle 1, I'm Ted Jervis, and this is ZNS.
The Rundown is brought to you by Commonwealth Brewery Limited.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the show. It's great to have you all with us again for another evening. Well, another major announcement made in the House of Assembly today that many people were actually waiting to hear. The member for Parliament for Killarney, former Prime Minister, the Most Honourable Dr. Hubert Minnis, ended speculation today by confirming that he will run in the next general elections to represent the constituency of Killarney for a 5th term. He's been the parliamentary representative for the Western New Providence constituency since 2007. Take a look at how it went.
Killarney must remain strong. I want to remind them that I am running in Killarney, and I look forth to their vote, and I look forth to their continuous support. Amen. We must keep Killarney strong. Yes, sir. Killarney will remain strong.
There you have it. Now, listen, this is going to make this race even more heated and interesting because we now have Dr. Minnis saying that, yes, I am going to run as in the next general election. Now, the question is, as what? Are you running Free National Movement? Are you running independent? Are you running, although the other parties seem to have candidates already, so unless you're going to take one of their spots, it's interesting. How are you going to run? And that's what we don't know just yet, but we do know that he is going to run. And I'm sure that has sent off bells in several camps. It'll be interesting to find out now. Here's a bit of background information. Dr. Minnis made the announcement, of course, with Free National Movement, Michael Pintard at his side. He was sitting there with a nice little, you saw the little grin on his face as Dr. Minnis spoke. And let me go back down memory lane. During the 2021 election, Dr. Minnis won 2,501 votes for the Free National Movement, which was 48.79% of the votes cast compared to the 1,948 votes secured by now Senator Ronald Duncombe of the Progressive Liberal Party. That number represented 38% of the vote. So he won by just over 500 votes. And if you went back to, as far as the 2017 election, he would have won by 3,000 votes. 3,000 votes. So 5 years later, the margin was closed into winning by 500 votes. So the question is, well, what's going to happen now? Is that going to change the game? Is that going to cause there to be something completely new happening in there? I know we were talking after the break with Chairman of the Free National Movement, but I think it just makes sense if we can go to him now, to talk to him now, because while the story's fresh, I don't want to go to other story headlines and miss this. So I'm going to bring in, who's joining me on Zoom, the Chairman of the Free National Movement, Dr. Dwayne Sands, to talk about this. Can we go to him? Do we have Dr. Sands on? Dr. Sands, you've heard the soundbite from Dr. Minnis that he is going to run. What say you as the Free National Movement? Is he running with the Free National Movement?
Well, good evening, and thank you so much for the invitation to be here. We take note of his comments today. We wish him well. The Free National Movement is preparing a slate of vibrant, exciting candidates to be fielded throughout the country under the leadership of Michael Pintard. We believe that the electorate has said that they wanted to see a new, re-energized Free National Movement, and that is what they're going to get.
So you wished him well. And you said you're going to give, so are you saying that he is not your candidate?
He will not be our candidate in Killarney.
Okay. So he's not running for the F&M. I guess you can't say, but who's?
I don't understand. There's no issue. You know, we wish him well. This is a free country. He has the right, if he wishes to run. As I said at the time of the convention, he has the right to run and he has the right to be defeated. And I believe that he will be.
You believe he will be defeated? And that's my second question. Can the F&M win what has traditionally been an F&M stronghold, an F&M seat? Can the F&M win that with Dr. Minnis in that race running against the F&M?
Yes.
Why do you believe that? Based on the statistics we just called off, the 2017 election, he won by 3,000 votes. 2021 election, he won by 500 votes. I would think that a lot of those persons, there are some people who are supporting him because he's Dr. Minnis. Don't you think that's going to impact your votes?
Well, I mean, we could use another analogy. We have a formidable former prime minister who ran in the constituency of Centerville. And he had won that constituency many times over, and he lost in 2017. We may have an opportunity to see history repeat itself.
Does this by any way disturb the Free National Movement's plan for a candidate in that seat?
Not at all. As a matter of fact, we take note of it and we move on. We are more focused on the issues that of concern to the Bahamian people. They're concerned about the cost of living. They're concerned about crime. They're concerned about education. They're concerned about education. They want to know that there's a bright future for Bahamians. And this sideshow is nothing more than a sideshow.
You believe it's a sideshow. When the leader of the Free National Movement, Michael Pintard, spoke in the House of Assembly earlier, he did say that there was a role for Dr. Minnis to play. He said that, you know, they're hoping to move forward together. As a matter of fact, it wasn't in the House Assembly. It was at a press conference held on that Sunday by the FNM when they made the decision that they would not run Dr. Minnis. They said there was another role for him to play and that they were ready to move forward, move together. What happened?
That offer remains. You know, Michael Pintard is the ultimate Democrat. He is willing to have as many people join this movement to rid this country of the failed political group called the Progressive Liberal Party. The New Day has been a nightmare for many people. And as we generate the support from all quarters, we invite everybody to come on board. If Dr. Minnis wishes to assume his rightful place in the organization, we will welcome him with open arms. If, on the other hand, he decides to nominate or to run against the Free National Movement, then Article 53 of the Constitution will apply, and we will consider that he has resigned from the Free National Movement.
You said, Doctor, you want him to take his rightful place. What is Dr. Minnis's rightful place in the Free National Movement?
As a former prime minister and former leader, we appreciate his contribution, and that is a sincere statement.
So what is that place?
You know, that place is as an elder statesman, like former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram, like former leader Tommy Turnquest. There are others that have gone on and who have passed on, but who have made mighty contributions, not just to the Free National Movement, but to nation building. And they do so to give advice, to give support, and, you know, it is appreciated. And we have made that offer to Dr. Minnis and do so lovingly and respectfully. However, let's be very clear that the organization is under new management. It is under the management of Michael Pintard, and we are going in a different direction. I don't wish to use any cliches, but, you know, Dr. Minnis's opportunity between 2017 and 2021, the public looked on, they made a decision, and they decided that they were going to go in a different direction. The Free National Movement has taken note of that. We appreciate his contributions to date. We have invited him to take a role, but let me be very clear that Michael Pintard's leadership is vibrant, youthful leadership for the future. We're not looking back, we're looking ahead.
You talked about young and fresh, somebody's perspective for Kalani. Is that Lincoln deal for the Free National Movement?
In very short order, we will roll out a number of our candidates. I know that I've said that before, and yes, I may have disappointed some who have said that, you know, we are a few days, a few weeks behind the promised date, but I can assure you that it's imminent. And we have a group of talented, bright, patriotic Bahamians who can rescue this country from this disaster called Philip Davis and the New Day crew.
Do you believe Lincoln Deal can beat Dr. Minnis and Killarney?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Dr. Dwayne Sands, it's always a pleasure talking to you. We look forward to talking with you again. Thank you for joining us tonight on The Rundown.
Thank you.
There you have it from Dr. Dwayne Sands. He believes that Deal can defeat Dr. Minnis, and we'll see when the battle lines up whether that will actually come through for the free national movement, and we'll see what happens there. On to some other stories tonight that we're talking about. An airline servicing the Bahamas has gone belly up, and customers got the message today not to go to the airport. This is as the company says all credit card purchases will be refunded by the credit card company or travel agency. How about that? Cold. The Minister of Tourism is this evening reacting to the fate of what he says has been a belligerent company and shared the country's plan to fill the void left. Cleopatra Murphy has a story tonight from Florida.
After filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy in January, Silver Airlines announced Wednesday that it would be discontinuing service to the Bahamas, Florida, and the Caribbean. This is after the company says it entered into a transaction with another airline holding company that has decided not to continue in those markets. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper, says the news was not a surprise, and government is speaking with airline partners like American Airlines that services all of Silver's local markets to fill the gap.
And we've already engaged Bahamas Air directly about what additional routes that we might provide. We're looking at the data. We're going to make the assessment over the next day or two, and we'll take some decisions as to the next steps in the best interest of Bahamas Air and the best interest of Bahamas tourism. But we are looking at it actively at the moment. Over the course of the next few days, we'll know more.
Silver serviced Grand Bahama, Abaco, Bimini, Exuma, Eleuthera, and Nassau. He says officials are assessing what the airline's loads look like. As for passengers left on the hook, Cooper says he has no specifics at this time.
Imagine they would have gotten notice sometime last night, and they would have certainly been calling the major airlines to see how they may reschedule their flights. So, as I've said, we have steady airlift in all of our main markets.
As for Silver's customer base, the Minister of Tourism says it was locals and foreigners alike. But there's one foreign market officials need to shore up in its absence.
Direct from Georgetown, Eleuthera, Grand Bahama, of course Nassau. They service Tampa. Tampa is an area where we will need to have some deep discussions with our partners. Because that was a niche that they provided a service in.
Ironically, the Minister of Tourism met with airline officials including Aztec, Makers Air, American Airlines, and Tropic Airlines while in Miami Wednesday afternoon about expanding airlift into the Family Islands. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, let's talk about this a second, because Silver Airways, obviously, now to many Nassauvians, you may say this is not a big deal because Silver Airways, I guess, doesn't operate here. But you're talking about Abaco, Grand Bahama, Eleuthera, Exuma, perhaps even Bimini, who all have direct flights on Silver Airways. Sorry, don't want to choke there. Who all operate flights from Silver Airways into Florida. That's a big deal. For many of them, that's their mode of transportation. That's how they get to Florida. So they either purchase tickets, they have money invested, or they're preparing to. And so this is a big deal. And of course, you heard tourism say they got to work something out. We'll see what they'll work out. And we'll see whether that is able to fill the void for the markets, those Family Island markets, which are crucial for airlift into those islands. It's very important. Well, I want to go to Grand Bahama because that fuel surcharge increase pegged at Grand Bahama Power Company. Monthly bills not sitting well with the residents. We have a story tonight from Ramiko Knowles. Take a look.
The fuel charge is a monthly adjustment based on the increased energy cost from month to month.
Officials from the Grand Bahama Power Company are clearing the air regarding this month's fuel charge rate, which customers will see reflected in their electricity bills. The current fuel charge stands just under 19 cents per kilowatt hour, marking a slight increase from previous months and reportedly the highest rate recorded in the past decade. Peyton Bean, GBPC's Director of Customer Excellence, says that this spike is not connected to the company's recent rate adjustment application. Instead, she explains that the monthly fuel charge is determined by two key factors: the actual cost of fuel purchased and the quantity of fuel used to generate electricity.
Well, this month I can tell you that we did do some maintenance to our generators. So as a result, we would have had to use some of our temporary generators, which use diesel oil, as opposed to the heavy fuel oil every month. So that's an increased cost.
That cost, she says, is then passed on to the consumer, resulting in a higher or lower fuel surcharges. But Payne explains that the funds are not collected as profit.
Fuel charge is a pass-through, which means that we don't profit from it at all. It's a direct reflection of the actual fuel cost during that month.
In addition to the fuel surcharge, there is another area of concern for many customers, an area labeled fuel and other charges.
So there are the reconnection fees, there's meter test fees, there's return check fees that they may have incurred during that month that they would see on the bill.
Despite the rising fuel costs, GBPC says it remains committed to ensuring its customers remain connected to the grid. The company continues to offer a number of assistance programs aimed at supporting residents facing financial challenges.
Customers enrolled into our budget billing program, they pay one fee for the entire year, regardless of what their consumption is, based on the average of the previous year. So if you want more information, you can come in and speak to one of our customer service reps, and they'll be more than happy to explain the program to you.
All right, there you have it. So it's interesting because while people are excited that BPL is going down, here you have people in the north again experiencing increases in power bills. That's a difference between what's going on. Government is trying to bring it down, and private companies are trying to take it up. At the end of the day, I always feel for the people of Grand Bahama because every time they get a little break, there's something that just comes and just does that to them. And so I'm hoping that there are enough voices in the community to cause there to be a change. If enough people speak up, if enough people speak out, you can force the hand of change. And you need to not sit quietly and idly by and allow these big bills to come on you, but to speak up and cause there to be a difference. It is unfortunate that while people around the Bahamas are celebrating the fact that their power bills are going down, you're fighting with the cost of it going up. And while there may still be some people who say, well, mine ain't going down, well, the good thing about it is it ain't going up. And if it's going up, it may be the usage. But here it is that it's going up in Grand Bahama because they put an increase on the backs of Bahamians. And I think that is unfortunate during this difficult time. And I hope there is resolution in that regard. We're going to go to a break. Tonight, Scotia Bank launched a new campaign that will take its clients to the Far East. We're not talking about Winton or Yamaguraw. We're talking about the world, and gives them a chance to explore the ultra-modern innovations and deep-rooted traditions. And we're going to talk with them tonight. And we're also going to end the show tonight talking about a ladies' movement, a conference, a special conference that's going to be held exclusively for women ready to level up. You don't want to miss that. We're going to be talking about that when we come back again. You're watching The Rundown here on the ZNS Network. We get started with some interesting conversation on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Kingdor National Parkinson Foundation is taking you back to the old school. With entertainment by TMF, the band formerly known as Maze.
Y'all better come on now.
Also appearing will be local artist Plotty and the Naked Eye and the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Pop Band.
Save the date, Saturday, June 28th, 2025, Atlantis Paradise Island.
To purchase your tickets, call telephone 428-2588 or visit Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store, Mackey Street.
We're here
here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community. Also help with the education of our kids in this community and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Red Cross and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
Welcome back to the show. It's great to have all of you with us. I see those of you who are in the Lion's Den. You're quite active tonight talking. It's always good to have you. Those of you who are watching on your various platforms, YouTube, you're watching on your cable networks or whatever network you get us on, whether in the Caribbean, Turks and Caicos, around the world, we're happy to have you. Or just here at home, welcome to the Rundown. It's always a pleasure having you with us tonight. Well, if you're a Scotia Bank credit card customer, you can get a free trip to the other side of the world. Boasting the best credit cards and rewards in the market, Scotiabank has launched its Ticket to Tokyo promotion. The initiative rewards one lucky cardholder with an all-expenses-paid trip to experience the sights and scenes of Tokyo. Scotiabank's East Street and Soldier Road branch manager, Charissa Russell, is on the Rundown tonight to share all the details. Good evening and welcome to the show. It's good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
So you boasted about having the best credit card. Why do you say that?
So with Scotiabank cards, you know, we have a plethora of opportunities, a plethora of features and benefits for our clients. So for one, just to name a few, we have what we call a cashback reference where you can, every time you swipe your card, in addition to, you know, having access to your money, you actually get that funds back in cash.
You get it back?
So let
now,
me...
are you free to us? What, the bank giving you back stuff?
Right, yes. So I'll give you a personal experience for me. You know, every day we have to go to the food store, we have to go to the pharmacy, gas station, have a good night, fun time, a vacation. We use our cards, we use our personal cash for so many things. So I always tell clients, an educated client is the best client, right? So when you use your card, yes, you have to, if you swipe at the gas station for $50, I always suggest using your credit card. And a percentage of that, we call it cash back. And so we accumulate those funds, and then you can use those funds as an actual payment. So years ago, as you know, we went through the pandemic. We had, what we would have heard years ago was the travel reward. So you use all your points and you can only accumulate it for traveling. But we found during the pandemic, no one could travel.
Right.
And so temporarily we had a cashback offer where instead of just the traveling, you can use your funds you can use your points towards cash. Because that was such an exciting offer for our clients, we didn't just use that during the pandemic. That's permanent, that's ongoing. So every time for me, even as a Scotiabank credit card holder, every time I use my card, I use my credit card, not my debit card.
Interesting.
And instead, I use my credit card as my debit card. So wanting to make sure that while the bank is making interest, I'm also benefiting as a client. The bank will make interest if you using it as a debit card. I swipe at the gas station for that $50. I transfer that from my account to my credit card, the bank won't charge me interest for that $50. However, I'm going to get cash back for using that $50.
Ah.
Yes.
You see, a lot of people tend to not want to use the credit card because they say, oh, there's so many fees when you swipe and you know, it's going to cost me more. But it actually won't with Scotia.
Exactly. And that's why I said an educated client is always the best client, because at Scotiabank, we want to make sure that our clients are financially better off. And in doing that, we want to ensure that our clients actually know all the benefits that they have and they have access to on a daily basis.
In the time of fraud, where fraud is so prevalent, is it also safer to use that credit card rather than exposing your bank account?
Yes, I'm so happy you asked that, because with credit cards, with our MasterCard, our Visa, and now with American Express, with those type of entities, they have a particular coverage. And so once the client can verify that, you know, this was not transactions, the turnaround time in terms of getting those funds compensated back to you is far quicker, because that's the agreement that the bank has with the cardholder, which is MasterCard, Visa, and American Express. Yes.
Oh, that's some good information there, because people oftentimes are afraid to use these debit cards. If something happens, it seems like forever, up to 90 days trying to get an investigation done to get the funds returned, and then your entire account is left vulnerable and exposed. It's hacked. At least you know with the credit card, your money's kind of safe.
Exactly. Exactly. And I just want to add too, can't say it enough, we want to make sure our clients are always aware of all the benefits that they have. So on our website, bs.scotiabank.com, in addition to speaking about all the benefits of our cards, we actually have a lot of information on cyber fraud, a lot of information on banking safe, so that you as the client, not just with your banking at Scotiabank, but with all entities, when persons are calling you, when you get an email, how to decipher what is fraud, what is legitimate. So all that information we have at your fingertips.
Let's talk about the promotion, the ticket to Tokyo. I've been in Tokyo before. It was an amazing experience. It was a great destination. Talk about this promotion.
So, as you mentioned, it is a fully funded trip. It is for 5 days, 4 nights. Nobody wants to go that far, or few persons may want to go that far alone. So, in addition to the lucky winner, you actually have a guest.
Wow.
So we will cover we will give you spending money. You know, we want some money in our pockets.
What now?
You can't just send you away and don't send you with any money.
Right.
So in addition to covering your airfare, covering your hotel, we will, of course, give you spending money.
Y'all give us spending money.
Listen.
And so how do you get this? How do you get the hotel, airfare, and spending money?
So, believe it or not, a lot of our clients have entered and didn't know that as yet. So, this promotion ends on the 7th of July. The draw date is expected for the 17th of July. And every time you use your credit card for an amount of $350 or more, you are automatically entered.
So you can't answer if you're just going to fill your car up, okay?
No.
$350 or
more. But with the cost of living, you know, you'll be surprised. And once again, if you're using your credit card not just for when you travel, but your day-to-day expenses, you would be surprised to know how you're spending and accumulating. A lot of people, they walk around with cash, they spend the money, don't remember where they spent it, but they withdrew $500 from the ATM. So in some instances, if we go to the food store, sometimes the food store can carry us to $350.
Easily. I won't tell you what I spent on Saturday. Wow, crazy. All right, so this is for. Now, credit card holders, meaning whoever have a credit card. You don't have a bank account of Scotiabank. You just have a credit card with Scotiabank.
Yes, all our credit cards. So that includes all our MasterCard products, our Visa card products. That even includes our American Express card holders.
Oh, wow.
So for American Express, for those of us who have it, they already have so many built-in benefits, but we didn't want to exclude them. So it's not, you know, particular to one card. Once you have a credit card with Scotiabank, you will be already entered. And because this promotion ends the 7th of July, for those of us who would like to haven't gotten a Scotiabank credit card, can visit one of our nearest branches and you can apply. Our credit cards take between 5 to 7 business days, if that, right, to get in the branch. And so you still have time to go to your nearest branch.
Listen, it'll be a pity if the person who waited, somebody just got a card for this promotion. That'll be so funny. But the reality of this thing is, of course, once you swipe for the transaction, are you automatically entered to end?
Yes.
So the system automatically puts you in the queue.
So and just for awareness, right? Because you made a point about fraud, and fraud is so prevalent right now. So a lot of persons, we've been calling clients previously who have won awards. They thought it was a hoax. They thought it was a fake. We've actually, in previous years, done similar promotions. So a few years ago, I think it was last year maybe, we sent 2 clients to FIFA, to the World Cup.
Wow.
We sent clients to the NBA Finals. We had recently, the most recent one, we sent a client and their guests to the Olympics in France.
Wow.
And all of this you can see on our Instagram page, just so persons can appreciate that, hey, this is real. This is an opportunity, because at Scotia Bank, we really, truly value our clients. We appreciate that you have a choice. And in having a choice, we want to make you feel valued. And in doing that, you are spending your money with us, you are trusting us, and this is our opportunity to give back to our clients and say thank you.
A lot of people have this, have grown up with this notion that credit cards are bad. It's bad financial dealing, is nothing but debt. Do you see the same? I mean, you're selling a product, so obviously you don't agree. But help those who may think that, no, I don't want to use my credit card because I don't want to get in debt. Sometimes that's actually a good way to be able to build credit.
Right, yes.
Go ahead, talk about that.
So I'm happy you asked that question, because it is really important to build credit. For the past few years now, we have the Credit Bureau, right? And for clients who have never borrowed at any bank, we're not just, you know, selective if you haven't borrowed with Scotia.
Right.
But we've found in our research that clients who have borrowed before, and to your point, has built credit, they show their credit worthiness. And that when the time comes for you now to purchase a vehicle, to purchase your first home, but you've never had credit, while, you know, everyone's circumstances is different, you still shown, hey, I've been able to be entrusted with this $500 limit, this $1,000 limit, now I can qualify and apply for something even bigger. Okay?
That's good.
Yep, and once again, educated client, the best client, because everyone's circumstances is different, and it's really how you use the card. It's really how you make sure you maintain the card. Credit cards, the inception of credit cards was meant to, in the event of an emergency. The use of credit cards years ago wasn't for day-to-day transactions.
Right.
That's why I say now, use your credit card as a debit card. The bank, I know a lot of people like to say, well, the bank is making money. Use your credit card as a debit card. The bank makes less money, and you benefit because you get your cash back.
See, you learned something new tonight. Teresa Russell, thank you for coming and talking to us. That's some good advice there in banking. And of course, let's try our hands at it and see if we can go to Tokyo off Scotia Bank.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stay with us when we come back. We're going to talk about a special conference happening for women and why you ought to be a part of it. And let's talk about women tonight, right? I have a great guest who's going to, I think, really hammer it home tonight. We're back after this. Stay close.
I am a master plumber by profession. I've been doing plumbing for over 40-odd years. When I was 9 months old, I was diagnosed with polio. To me, living with polio, I took it the way it is. I never allowed my polio to get in my way of anything. In fact, I love when people doubt me, and I just prove them wrong. And let me tell you, in the world, you could only find a plumber as good as me, but you ain't gonna find no plumber better than me. People with disability, they just need a chance. In this program, I feel so encouraged. Most of the mentors have different kind of disability, but disabilities like me. Sharing and caring and showing so much support with people with disability. They would encourage you to go beyond. I wish this was around a long time ago. Right now, I would have been a millionaire. You there who have a disability, don't be afraid. Take the step. If you believe it, you could achieve it. And remember one thing, ain't no one better than me, and ain't no one better than y'all. God made all us equal.
For more information about how the SBDC can help your small business to make a big impact, give us a call at 461-7232 or visit sbdcbahamas.com.
Welcome to What's Trending. Join me, Jiminita Swain.
And me, The Bahama Beauty, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m.
Only on the ZNS Network.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
Cousin of mine who was the leader of one of the biggest gangs
in this country during the early 90s. The gang that he was a part of tried to recruit all of us. If you're not strong, you can fall prey to that environment. I did not join because I was kept involved in positive activities. I saw what worked, what didn't work, and I just was able to utilize all of the gifts and talents over the years to impact young persons' lives throughout our nation. I realized every single individual has the freedom to choose. But if you choose light, these are the benefits. If you choose darkness, these are the results of your choice. I've seen music bring young persons from gangs through a trumpet, through a clarinet, through a drum, all because of the power of music. Conflict will come, circumstances will come. We just have to be consistent, dedicated, and committed with our young persons. Crime-free looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
Welcome back. Coffee Conversations and Connections is a powerful networking experience that will be held on Saturday, June 21st at Access Co-work Suites, 1 West Plaza, Windsor Field Road. Now, this dynamic gathering is designed exclusively for women ready to level up and bring together key agencies like the National Insurance Board, Inland Revenue, banks, and insurance companies alongside powerhouse female entrepreneurs, sharing honest, actionable insights on how to start and conduct business in the Bahamas. The first 5 ladies receive a free headshot and resume makeover, setting the tone for a day of intentional growth. Conference organizer is the CEO of Mommy's Hustle. I love that. The ever-busy Candidacy Campbell boss. She's been filling in for the past few days on What's Trending. She's also filling in, I just said it, as the icon of What's Trending. Candidacy, it's so good to have you on the Rundown. Welcome to the show.
It is a pleasure to be here.
So, let's talk first of all about the brainchild behind this event, the idea behind this event. Why was this important to create?
So essentially, Clint, it was supposed to be something that was done virtually. So I posted it on my Facebook page, and then there was a lady that said underneath the post, Crystal Holder, she says, why not do it in person? And I said, I don't know if I have the funds. I don't know if I have the wherewithal to actually do it. And Crystal said, get it done. You'll find a way. And I think that when you have other women that push you to propel you along the way, that pour into you to push you forward, it makes a huge difference. And so I reached out to my graphic artist, that is a woman as well, and she said, Kenny, I will get this done for you. So Coffee Conversation Connection was born. I think it's an opportunity, Clint, for us to amalgamate women. Inland Revenue Service and the Department of Statistics says that 97% of the households in New Providence, in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, belong to single women. They belong to women. That is the baseline. That means that women control the bottom line, which is the almighty dollar. If that is the case, why aren't so many of us utilizing our best inferences to push each other forward? We had International Women's Day just a few weeks ago. Beside the pretty pictures and the nice quotes, what have you done to help another woman? Clint, I was at the Ministry of Tourism and Aviation my entire life after my matriculation in Atlanta, Georgia. And I've always wanted to be in tourism. I always wanted to be the Director General of the Ministry of Tourism. Welcome to the islands of the Bahamas.
So you got the voice and all for it.
I love tourism. That is what I love, right? And so I left tourism because I wanted a communications post and they didn't give it to me. Another company offered me a job. I took that. COVID came and I lost my job. I was without work.
Wow.
Okay, Clint? That means everything that I had was exhausted. Medical insurance, health insurance was gone. I had to make sure that I paid the rent, paid the mortgage, paid a nice school fee. All of these things were incumbent upon myself. And so I said, you know, Sunburn, this is a hustle. And this is Mummy Hustle. I spoke with my friend Charlene Barton. Charlene said, Ken, you can do it. And so Mummy Hustle was born. And I went back to school. I got another master's degree.
Wow.
I went to UB. I got another degree in project management. So I'm a certified project manager as well.
You were doing all of this while still trying to hustle?
While with no job. With no job, Clint. And so I started hosting. I would host on the radio. People called me to do parties, bar mitzvahs, anything.
You were using what you had natural gifts to do.
I used what I had. And my mom always said, don't go on MTV show on your big teeth, right? So I had to use what I had, but like circumcise it a bit.
Right.
But I have a big personality, you know? And so I just used what I had. And Mummy Hustle was born.
Wow. What does that mean to so many women out there? Because, you know, you hear women say, well, you know, I don't have that glamorous story about how I had an opportunity and somebody came and, ooh, it was just my day. But they talk about the fact that the hustle is real, right? And I think right now, so many people are focusing on single mothers and the hustle, thanks to Tyler Perry's movie on Straw.
Yeah.
And people are now recognizing this thing is real and it's hard.
It is real.
And people are now talking about the hardness of what they've had to go through. But there is a way that you can make it if you are committed to working hard.
But it's also having people in your camp, or people that actually see you.
Talk about that.
Now, Clint, I am not a PLP, I'm not an FNM. I am a Roman Catholic and I'm a Saxon superstar.
What are you?
I am a Roman Catholic and a Saxon superstar. A Saxon superstar, and a member of Delta Sigma Theta, right? Now, I will say this to you. I had women like Michaela Barnett. I had women like Her Excellency Leslie Miller Bryce. Pia Glover Roll. These women saw me. They gave me an opportunity. I will never in my life say nobody helped me.
Right.
These women helped me. You understand? They gave me an opportunity. People like Nicole Henderson Smith, people like Charlene Barton. These people pushed me forward. And I can't do it. I couldn't say that I could do it without them. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You need other women to pour into you. It's not something that comes easy. Because my walk wasn't easy. I'm a divorced woman. I can remember wanting to do a job for someone. The lady called me. She said, hey, you have the job, be to the place on Tuesday. Then she called back. She said, you divorced? I said, yes, I am. She said, oh, I don't think that you're the right type of person for me.
Really?
And that's fine.
But she said that.
But, I mean, Clint, she was clear. I said, well, I will return your funds to you. She said, no, you can keep it. I said, no problem. She called me back that Friday. And she said, the person that we had, they fell through. I said, hey, you went with them? Continue on, because I am very busy.
Good.
Clint, it's other women that have to champion you and push you a little bit forward. And I'm grateful for those women. I am very grateful, because Mommy Hustle isn't something that just fell out of the sky. This is blood, this is sweat, this is tears. And I feel like I built a name and I built a brand for myself. I like pink. And like anything with plenty glitter on it, that's me. And I try to make sure that my presence speaks for itself. I work to work again.
For so long in our country, we've had women who beat down on women. And when I say beat down on women, these are women who don't necessarily want to uphold or help or push forward. And I think that's held so many women in our country back, because there seems to be this jealousy streak, or I can't make you bigger than me. And those who are fortunate like you to have people who want to push you to be your best self, that's a few and far between.
It is few and
do you believe that has been one of the biggest struggles why women have had it so hard in the Bahamas?
Clint, I think that is truly why women have had it so hard in the Bahamas, and I think you also have to find your village. When I was going through the divorce, when my mom left in March of last year, I had to figure out who my village was. And it wasn't a huge gathering of women. It was 4 women that said, hey, I'm gonna hold you, I'm gonna hold you dear. And I think these women that have the means and do not want to share, there's a special place in hell for them, right? But I also think, Clint, we have to be very honest about what it is that we're doing, because all women want the very same thing. I want my daughter to have a good quality of education. I want health insurance. I want an eye to see the world. I wanted to know that it's bigger than New Providence.
There you go.
You understand me? So no little boy could come to her and tell her, oh, we're going to Miami. My child goes to Miami for toilet tissue. Take her someplace else. She's used to going to Dubai for the summers.
Hello. My daughter told me today, said she would go to Dubai. I said, why you want to go to Dubai? Because my friend from school is going and I want to have a play date.
Absolutely.
I think a play date in Dubai?
Why not? I want an eye to understand if the borders are closed in the United States, go to Switzerland, baby. We can make sure you get to school.
There you go. There you go.
But
there
Clint,
are options.
There are options, but women have to understand, if I make it, you make it, Clint. Let me help you fix your crown without taking mine off. Clint, I have a bald head. I could take it. I don't have to have a lace frontal wig. I just help somebody else, Clint. Help somebody else. And we'll take nothing off you. Zero.
I think so many times in our country in particular, we allow various things to separate us from each other. Politics. Religion. Right? Societies. We allow things to separate and cause us not to be able to walk across the divide and help somebody that would be very well called to help. but we're afraid of it because of your view is different from mine.
But it can also help the nation to propel forward. If I'm good in tourism and I have an idea that can propel the nation forward, if I can say to you, hey, maybe take a Freeport and turn it into industry, or maybe utilize this particular niche market and make this medicinal drugs. Utilize who you have, Clint. You used to put me on the TV for John Canoe. I used to make the TV look dead good. We used to have a good time.
Of course.
Who better to talk to John Canoe?
That's right.
I mean, that's all I know.
Right.
You utilize people that make you look good. It takes nothing off of you. You see how Tommy do my face?
And that's a gift. That's a gift.
They jealous me, Clint.
They jealous of her too. That's why they can't start talking about it.
But that's fine. But you see how I look? They can jealous me. They have to.
That's what I'm talking about. We're going to take our final break and come back and wrap up and talk about what this is all about. I'm glad we're having this conversation because when we learn to get out of our own way, then we'll begin to make waves.
Absolutely.
We're back after this.
Hey, ladies, where's the Dave? Oh, okay, thanks. Bets.
Greg, what's up?
Ready, man, how you doing?
I'm doing well. He's meditating. You gotta give him at least an hour.
All right, well, I can wait. I ain't got nothing to do. Pin sale now on to Independent.
Your home is your sanctuary. The last thing you need to worry about is rodents. Once they enter your property, they can be tough to get out. If you're concerned about rodents, call Rent-A-Kill Initial. We offer the latest, most effective treatment for safe, fast, and long-lasting results. From prevention to elimination, our integrated approach guarantees protection. For rodent control you can trust, there's only one name in the Bahamas: Rent-A-Kill Initial.
Let's go.
At Frame Studio, as soon as you enter the door, we showcase any individual that comes in there and make it feel like they are at home. The space itself is 1,800 square foot. Our side wall, which is industry standard also, is 24 feet wide. You can do anything that you can possibly think of. At Frame Studio, under our theme, Now Create More, we look at Frame Studio as a canvas. And any artist knows a canvas is blank, and then you create whatever you want to do, right? So we have where you could rent tools. We even have workstations that people could rent out. To anyone inspiring to do what I've done, or what my colleagues have done, or any other journey, I would say to you, don't be afraid. The worst someone can actually tell you is no. So if you have a vision, you have an idea, not everyone will get it. But if you believe in your vision, you believe in your idea, I say go wholeheartedly at it.
For more information about the Creative Entrepreneurs Initiative and the Crafting the Bahamas workshops, email info@sbdcbahamas.com or call us at 461-7232.
We're wrapping up our discussion tonight, having a very insightful discussion with candidate Campbell Moss as we talk about her event that's coming up on June 21st. And really, it's an opportunity to uplift and to cause dialogue with women. Talk about some of the things that you're going to do at this event, Kennedy.
So at the event, the first 5 women are able to come into the door. They will get a free headshot. I also want...
That's important, because you can't do... Listen, let me help some of y'all. If you're going to be a professional business entrepreneur, or you're branding yourself, rebranding, like what to say yourself, you can't take a picture with your cell phone and then say, this is my headshot. Headshot is a actual professional kind of pose that you need a professional person for. So you got to get a professional headshot, all right? So those of you who don't want to pay for it, come early, you can get yours done free, right?
Absolutely. So the first 5 women will get a headshot. I also want women that are coming to the event to please bring their CVs. I'm going to rewrite the CVs on premises, and if time doesn't allow, then I will take them and then I will send them to them in 24 hours.
Oh, amazing.
In addition to that, I want the women to come through the door in their branded apparel.
There you go.
this is Mummy Hustle. I know that you do lawn. I know that you do makeup. I know that you're in the orange economy. So these people are able to network, share their cards, make sure that they have a connection. NIB, Inland Revenue Services, will be in the room. I'm also going to have someone there from an insurance agency. That insurance agency will help women with health insurance because a lot of entrepreneurs do not have health insurance. Health insurance, and then estate planning. I have a child. A lot of single mothers, they may not have any estate planning. So even if it's $50, they can show you how to save a little bit of something. In addition to that, I will also have a banking institution that will be there to show you how you can borrow money, make sure that you have assets to actually get the funds that you need. And so all of these women will be in the room, coffee, conversation, connection, and we're going to have breakfast. We're going to have coffee, good coffee, not like the fake coffee. We have good coffee.
The real thing.
Real thing, right? And then we're going to have all women, everybody in the room. Bianca's going to decorate. It's going to be a pink, lavish, beautiful bouquet of excellence. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And of course, we have a DJ because, you know, we have to have some music to get us in the mood. We need the rhythm. We need the rhythm. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's what Coffee, Conversation, and Connection is. And I want to have it at least every 6 months so that you can have a refresher course. Inland Revenue Service is going to be there so they can speak to you about your tax compliance, whether you need a TIN number, exactly what it is that you should be doing for NIB. These types of services that are needed because when I started...
You can't look good now, your stuff together.
No, because when I started Clinton, nobody told me. Nobody showed me what I had to do. I had to figure this out on my own. And if you can help somebody else, if you can pour into someone else, then that helps. We have Anthea Butler, who is going to be a speaker, and then I have our guest speaker, who is going to be flown in. All right. She's a certified health professional, Vashon Calmer-Bullard, and we are going to have mental therapy. You know, we're going to have the right kind of people in the room. We could do this, Clint. We are so much better together. We control the dollar. So why we can't get this bag together?
There you go.
Tell me why.
How can people sign up and register?
They can hit me up at Mummy Hustle. They can call me at 424-8207, or they can email me KENDNIQUE_CM@hotmail.com. I'm on Facebook as well, IQ Kenny. I'm on TikTok, Mummy Hustle. But anybody that knows me,
women
they can find
now.
me.
You guys, lay low, don't call her.
Fellas, lay low. I got a man.
Let them know. Let them know.
I got a rhythm man. I don't need no extra men. I got a man.
There you go. Candidate, thank you for joining us tonight.
You are welcome.
We just took our wonderful conversation to the gutter just now, ghetto. It's always a pleasure. That's how we Saxons go.
That's how we go. That's how we go. I love it.
Candidate, thank you for coming. Wish you all the best on June 21st.
Yes, 10 a.m. in the morning.
10 a.m. in the morning, Windsor Field at Access Co-work Suites, 1 West Plaza.
Thank you so much, Clint.
It's a pleasure having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That does it for the rundown tonight. Be sure to stay locked on the ZNS network for the Bahamas tonight at 11. It's a final newscast in the country with the latest news and information with Royston Jones right upstairs getting ready for the 11 o'clock news. For all of us here at ZNS, I'm Clint Watson. And remember, tomorrow night is a rundown on leadership with Ahmad Rashad. So I'll be returning back on Monday of next week. So until then, stay safe, everyone. Good night.
At Fort Montague, I'm Opal Roach. This is ZNS. You and Your Money is brought to you by Independent Maritime Services, NIB, Focal, and Leno. Good night and welcome to You and Your Money. Highlights of a presentation by the Honorable Jamel Robinson, Deputy Premier and Minister of Physical Planning and Infrastructure Development at the 2024 Turks and Caicos Islands Business Outlook.
It is said that it takes 5 years of watering a bamboo seed